Is the stream feed okay? Like, you guys can hear everything? I'm not too laggy. Um, Let me know. It's been a long time since I've streamed, so, cool. Okay, it looks all good. Yay, awesome, so cool. All right. It has been so long since I've streamed, you guys, and I don't think I've really ever streamed on YouTube. I've pretty much exclusively done it on Twitch. And up until like last week, I was like positive that my computer hardware couldn't handle it. So I had to do a bunch of like private little test streams and like really adjust all the settings and like, I don't know how anyone does this. Like, I don't know how streamers like keep up with this because it's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of settings, you guys. Cool. Okay. All right. I'm gonna look at the chat a little bit. I'm just gonna like ease into the signing, I think. Cool. Just looking at the chat. Okay, so. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. I see Torque, who runs my Patreon server, shared it in there. Thank you. I always forget to share it in the Patreon because I'm like, I don't know. It feels separate from other social media because it's like private. It's like my own little thing. So I'm just like, they'll automatically know somehow. They're my patrons, so I think it just like they get an update to their bloodstream or something like that. So thank you for covering me in that regard. Yeah, so this is a Streamily signing. Insofar as I understand it, I'm doing this correctly. Just streaming on YouTube, public stream on YouTube. I don't think it's supposed to be private, just for people who have bought print. But I don't know, if the Streamily police come get me, then I'll know I've done it wrong. Let's see. Okay. I guess I can kind of just get started. I have a set of orders to complete. I think there's 13, so it's not a lot. It's not super overwhelming, which is kind of why I'm trying to like ease into it, because I don't think it's actually gonna like take that much time. Okay, so let's see. See what everyone's saying. Anything encourages more peeps to snag one while they still can. Yeah. Cool. Also, I have headphones in, but I can't hear anything, which I guess is fine because I don't really want like an echo of just myself talking, but like I guess there's not anything that you guys are saying that I need to hear. I don't think there's supposed to be an output, but anyway. Cool. So another thing about like doing signings and stuff, I was looking at this the other night. Quite a few of these have like oh, could you do a little sock doodle on it? And I was like, oh yeah, of course I can. And then I sat down to try and draw a sock with a Sharpie, and I can't. So I had to figure out how to draw a sock with a Sharpie. It has to be simple enough that I can do. Anyway, this is the, oh, you can't see this very well. I was practicing on like a, what do you call this? It's a little like, it's from like Sweetwater or something. Like, oh, buy your music speakers or pianos or whatever. Anyway, so these are the little chibi socks that I'm gonna attempt to sign. I should have set up like another camera going down so you can like see the signing, but I don't have enough cameras for that. So anyway, this is what I'm gonna attempt to do. I apologize to whoever gets the first pancake. All right, I guess I'll just go ahead and get started. Okay, let's see. Someone says, I have no clue if my dad asked to add a doodle, but God, I really want it. Okay. Blueberry Stars, let me know, like, what your name is, and I'll make sure you get a sock doodle. Sharpie is tricky because you effectively have character limit per square. Yeah, it's a character limit. That is kind of what it feels like. I thought about going out and, like, buying a fine point Sharpie, and then I was like, no, I can do it. I'm an artist. I'll figure it out. Anyway. Okay. This first one I've got, and by the way, this is the poster in case anyone hasn't seen. This is me continuing to stall. I have all this, like, extra space on the sides of it because my ideal was that I would do a stream, like, with all of the voice cast. And I think I will be doing that, like, sometime next year. I think in February. It's just really, it's surprisingly hard to coordinate, like, there's only, like, 3 or 4 people, but, like, that's a lot. I don't know how, like, I know Streamily did, like, a whole crew signing with, like, the Owl House crew, I think, and it's, like, or the cast, and it's just like, oh my God, how did you do that? Like, I can barely get 4 people to have the same, availability. So yeah, okay, Hanny wants a doodle. Hanny, you're the first person on the list of people to sign. There's a signing view, and it's like, I don't know. I don't understand. There's, like, rules, and I have to write a number, and because I guess they have to know how to, I don't know. I've never done this before. I'm just going to do what the website tells me to. Okay, so Hanny wants a sock doodle. Let me see if there's anyone else. Can I get a doodle too? Wow, a lot of people like this thing called Welcome to Hell, whatever that is. Okay, cool. I want John, voice actor signature. Yeah, he would be on the stream, on the full cast signing stream. If I can't get them all on a stream together, then I will have them all sign the posters, because there's an option to just, like, send the posters out and have them sign it and then send it back to Streamily. And you can just, like, you can buy a signed print without it having to be signed on stream. Oh my God. And sorry, that's my phone. Anyway, so there's definitely going to be a chance to get one that's, like, signed by the whole cast, even if they don't, do it all on a stream. Someone said I look like their mom. Wow. I hope that's a good thing. Okay. I don't know. There's a little sad face. I'm not sure if I don't know. Anyway, I'll assume that's a compliment. Let's see. Okay. All right, I'm just going to start it. This one's for Hanny. It says write this number on the back. I'm going to do that first. 2. Oh, 2. Okay. I should wait for that to dry so it doesn't, like, mess up the other prints. Will it? Okay, it's dried. Alrighty. I'll look at my little sock doodle and make sure I get it right. I've had almost a full cup of coffee, so I think I'm ready to go. Okay, make it out to Hanny. To Hanny. Should it say, like, to Hanny? Or, like, hi, Hanny? Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's, like, a preferred way to address someone when signing an autograph. Yes, Hanny. I guess if Hanny's in the chat, they could just speak up. Do you speak Spanish, Erica? Here's the thing. And I will say no. I took 3 years of Spanish in high school, and I think I can read Spanish pretty well. I mean, I couldn't like read a novel in Spanish, but like billboards and stuff, like I live in LA and I feel like I can read the like the bottom text that's in Spanish. Like I feel like I can read that pretty well, but I don't speak it. Like my brain I haven't learned enough of it to like rewire my brain to be able to like think quick enough to speak it conversationally. And I really wish I should take some classes again or something, because it happens occasionally where like someone will be speaking Spanish to me and I panic and immediately forget like any Spanish that I know. And I'm just like, and I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't panic. Because like I know enough to get through, like to tell someone, hey, I don't speak Spanish. How do you say this? Sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I worked in a Mexican restaurant in college for a while too, and they basically hired me because they needed someone who spoke English to translate what all of like the drunk college kids were trying to order when they came into the restaurant when the bar across the street closes. So it's like I got a lot of practice being like, lo siento, like I'm sorry, like I don't know how to anyway, but I need to like take some classes or go back to it, because it's honestly a really useful skill, and I wish I was better at it. Let's see. 2 or 4 usually for the... Oh, I recognize your username, Cellophane Wings. I reblogged some stuff from you the other day. Okay, let's see. Sorry. I'm going to catch up with the chat. 2 or 4. Torque, yes, you did just hear Sonic. I have the ringtone on my phone is like, it's kind of Sonic, but it's also like, but I don't know if you guys are familiar with that channel. What was it called? Silva Gunner or something like that, where it's like high quality video game rips, but it's just like, it'll start off like a song from a video game, then kind of like shift into something else. Or maybe it's like a cover of a song, like using the sound chip from whatever like game system. And anyway, that was a Sonic 2 track that goes into a Backstreet Boys song. Anyway, so yes, you did hear that. That was my phone. Okay. Let's see. Can you say "we are so back," please? Yes. We are so back. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna keeping up on the chat. Okay. Z wrote. Oh wait, what did Z write? I need to know. Z wrote, "Thank you" name with a little doodle. That's what people do, I think. Thank you is better. See, I think thank you is better than 2. 'Cause 2 feels like, I don't know, it feels like informal, not informal. It feels like the opposite of that. It feels like sterile. I don't know. 2 sounds, or like, I don't know. I want it to feel like, hey buddy, how's it going? Okay, so thank you, Nan. I'll do that. Thank you, Hanny. All right. Is that cool? Is that cool with you, Hanny? Can I write thank you? Can I thank you? Okay. Okay. All right. I think I'm ready. I'm just making sure. Ooh. Here we go. First sign of the stream. We are like probably 15 minutes in and I haven't signed anything yet. Wow, on the dot. It's 11:15. Okay. I'm so good. Oh my god, I've been talking so long my Sharpie died. Oh no! It dried out! Oh no, it's back. We are so back. You guys, we are so back. Ah! Wow. Okay. If my Sharpie dies, I gotta get going. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Henny. Thank you, Henny. Thank you, Henny. I'll doodle a little sock. Okay, sorry, I like have to focus on the drawing or it's gonna come out really, really bad. Not bad for first doodle in Sharpie of the morning. Thank you, Hanny. All right. Oh my gosh. I have to protect the precious Sharpie juice. If I run out of Sharpie, I actually don't have, I should have bought a whole pack of them. I don't, I just have one. I have a silver Sharpie, but it's like not as pointy as this one. So, okay. I'm gonna hope it like recharges a little bit. All right, I've signed it for Hanny. This is the little sock doodle. Sorry, my lighting is terrible, but all right, setting that one aside. Whew. All right, off to a good start, you guys. And you know what? I'm actually going to put them in the box that Streamily sent, so that way they are protect. Oh, it's like a little envelope. Okay, perfect. This, sorry, I'm just off screen doing something very important. Okay. Special instructions, none. All right, mark complete. I don't know what that was, but oh, there is special instruction. What? Oh no, it's just like a note. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. Should I read the little notes that people wrote online, or is that like private? If you close the curtain behind you, you know what? That's true. But if I close the curtain behind me, then you'll see how messy my kitchen is. And I'm not sure that's a risk I'm willing to take. I like the living room looks pretty okay right now, so I'm like okay with that being in the shot, but this is like just, oh, well, you can see it a little bit now. Anyway, I'll just let the light fill the space and let you guys think I just live in a glowing heaven void. Okay. Let's see what the chat's saying. Light from heaven behind me. Cool. A ghost. Sock hat for your birthday. Cool. That's awesome. My sister makes the sock hats and they come out amazing. Let's see. Maybe a short pre-read. Reading the notes should be fine. Normally you don't have to identify the people. Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you? Sorry. It's been 11 years. What's going on with this? Did you give up because of Has Been Hotel? It's a really funny question. Yes, that's what happened. No, I've been working on it for 11 years. I'm sorry, it's taken a really long time. I'm trying my best. And I know that seems kind of ridiculous to be like, I've been working on this for 11 years and it isn't even finished. But I haven't been working on it like for 11 years straight. You know, Patreon doesn't like fully cover my rent or anything, so I need to like take jobs occasionally. I go work in the animation industry, you know, I kind of go back and forth between that and Welcome to Hell, so that's kind of why it's been taking so long. Because sometimes I need to go have a big kid job. All right. Okay, this one is Nova. Thank you, Nova. Can I write thank you, Nova? Or to Nova? Censorship of Erica's kitchen. Anime censorship. Anime censorship, like when they make them glow so that you don't see that they're like naked or whatever. That's really funny. Wish the hats weren't sold out. The hats might not be sold out. They might just be... It might just be like if you message her, you get put on a list of people she's going to make hats for. I don't know what the current status is, but I know that she sometimes gets like way too many orders, and she kind of has to like put them, you know, to like just put them on hold or whatever so she can catch up. So I'm not sure. I can ask her and find out if they're like actually available or not. Yeah, sock cat. Let's see. Quite literally grew up with my favorite animation. That's cool. All right, I am going to. Right, thank you, Nora. Oh gosh. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really worrying about this Sharpie. If no one orders any more posters, my Sharpie will probably make it. Just kidding. Oh man. This sock is like a little bit smushed up against the signature, but that's okay. I think it's fine. I'll put a little sparkly next to him as a bonus, because I kind of, this one, that's Nora's. His head is kind of going up into the thing a little bit, but that's okay. But I gave him little sparklies so that I gave him something extra. A little something extra. Okay. Mark as complete. Alrighty, let's see. Da, da, da. Imperfect sock just means it's unique. It's one of a kind. Yes, that is true. It's one of a kind. Oh yeah, there's a couple people saying that like they sort of have since learned English since the first one came out, and now they can kind of understand it more, and that's really cool. I think that's awesome. Okay. Liz. Oh, is that Liz? Liz? Yes, it is. If I get an autograph, can I make you draw Roger Rent on it? Roger from the musical Rent. I did actually used to draw a lot of Rent fan art when I was a teenager on DeviantArt. That's really funny. I don't know if I'd have to come up with a Sharpie Roger. And then, like, I don't know, do you want it to look like movie Roger, or do you want it to look like original Broadway cast Roger? Because they have totally different hairstyles. You know? Do you want 20-something Adam Pascal or 30-something Adam Pascal? Adam Pascal, is that guy's name? I used to be a big musical nerd. I guess I still kind of am, but I haven't, like, kept up with the musical fandom. Oh, I'm just drawing everyone a sock, I guess. Hope that's cool. Hope you don't hate sock. You only like Welcome to Hell for Jonathan. Let's see. Let's see. Is it Princess Bubblegum in the background? Is that Princess Bubblegum in the background? Let's see. I don't think I have a Princess Bubblegum in the background, but I don't know. She could just be there. Da, 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 da. Mixed you up. That's cool. Yeah, okay, some more comments about the light so bright behind me. It's just that the camera has like it's the webcam on my like 8 or 10-year-old laptop, so it's just not very good. I think the like exposure is, I don't know camera stuff, and I'm not going to pretend that I do, but I'm keeping it open so you guys don't see how messy my kitchen is. If it's flooded with light, then I look like I live in some sort of ethereal, beautiful heaven world. Okay. This one is for Lucy. I guess I don't need to show every one of them, but I don't know, just so you see that that's what it looks like. In case I did something wrong. Okay. 3 down. How many more do I have? Let's see. Oh, there's 14 now. Okay. Okay, I'm marking that one complete. This one gets a number 6 on the back. I don't know what the numbers are for, but let's see. Celeb in chat. Is there a celeb in chat? Oh, Liz. Yes, Liz is a celeb. Liz in the chat is, Liz started the, like, what basically became the Welcome to Hell Discord. It was a Skype group in the early days. So yeah, Liz is like a, you know, someone in the, like, echelon of, like, you know, notable Welcome to Hell, Welcome to Hellsmans. Okay, showing it is fun. Good. Sock is my least favorite character. Okay. Alright, next one. This one is to Serenity. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I hope that's not a surprise. It says it's a gift. Never mind. I don't know if that's supposed to be secret or not, so I just won't say it. I won't say anything. Okay. Alright, wait, this one has special instructions. Gotta think about how to handle the special instructions. Is she in the chat? Oh, thank you so much for the whatever this big yellow message is. Thank you. Is it YouTube tradition to read the ones that someone paid money to post? I'll just go ahead and do it. Found the original Welcome to Hell a long while back, and I love your work. Best of luck on any future projects. Wink. Thumbs up. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, wait. I gotta think about how to say this. There's a request for this one for like a special little quote or a doodle. I mean, I'll do the sock doodle, but like, this one's like specific, and I don't have anything in mind other than the sock doodle. People are joking that they hate sock. Alright. Man, I'm really hung up on this one. Okay, so, let's see. having something special to say. If I knew if this person was like an artist or something, I could be like, I don't know. Okay. Let's see. Sorry. See something you like. Oh, you guys are saying quotes. Little death. See, okay, I thought about the little death never killed anybody. I think that's like a pretty good quote, but like, I also don't want to like, I don't feel like that's like an appropriate thing to sign on like a poster, just like to someone. I don't know. What kind of sense of humor does Zoc have? Okay. The Buddy Christ pose for Zoc, yeah. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm just going for it. Okay, I'm putting the cap back on while I think about it. Wow, that's hard to read. Sometimes I start writing and I'm like, that's the word. Okay, let's do a little doodle. Mm-hmm. 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 Sorry, I have to go like totally silent when I'm like drawing these. I'm not that good. I'm not that good at confidently just laying down a line, as you can probably tell from how sketchy Welcome to Hell is. All right, I have done it. Okay, on to the next one. God, I'm sorry that took forever. Okay. It doesn't say who to make it out to. Alright, I guess I just write my name on this one. That's fun. That's easy. I can write my own name. Watch me totally beef it. Okay, I'm gonna catch up on the chat a little bit because I was like concentrating so hard on that signing. Okay. Jonathan's mom is pretty. Thank you. Roger Rent purchased. Oh no. Oh, am I gonna have to draw Roger from Rent? Let's see. Okay, cool. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat a little bit. There's quite a few other people asking me if I speak Spanish. So I will say, Un poco. I'd like to get better at it. Un poco. How do I say this? How do I don't know how to. ¿Cómo se dice? I took 3 años de español clases en escuela. Escuela secundaria. Lo siento. I'm gonna take a class. I'll take a Spanish class and get better at it. Okay. All right. Just signing my name on this one. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. All right. I'll do that, and I'll do the little sock doodle. This one doesn't have who to make it out to, but I will do a little sock doodle. Beep, beep. All right. Okay, put the Sharpie back. All right. Okay. Got the number on that one. Perfect. All right. Mark that as complete. Who's next? Smiling like a fool. Again, please. Un poco. Oh, are you guys laughing at my Spanish? Sorry, I'm just catching up. Oh, there's people sending. Okay. Have you heard of Chichina's new song, Peggy? You would love it. It's so cute. Please play it. I will play it. I don't know if I can play it on stream. I don't know how that works necessarily. I don't think this is monetized, but I also don't know. But I will check that out. Yeah, I know. I should have asked a friend to read the chat. That's okay. Let's see. Let me see. Is anyone here from Tumblr? Okay, there's another person who said, I need to know, is Sakathan canon? I must know. Well, since you did pay to ask the question, I will say, Sakathan is, like, there's definitely, like, there's something going on there. I don't know to, like, what extent I'm going to... I mean, because I don't know, like, how much, like, what the future of Welcome to Hell is going to look like, or how much more of it I'm going to do, or what form it's going to take. I don't know exactly how far it will go, but, like, if you're not crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to build something slowly, you know, so it's there. There are feelings, you know, I don't know that they'll, like, end up together or anything, but, like, if you're sensing that there's something going on, that is intentional. Like, so, anyway. But I don't really know, like, what the future of Welcome to Hell is yet, so I don't know exactly, like, what I'm going to do with that, or how, you know, how long do I take to get there, and so on. I mean, I think it'll get a lot more... I think it'll be a lot more... I think the Sakathan enjoyers will enjoy Welcome to Hell 2, Part 2. But that's... I mean, that remains to be seen. So, let's see. Okay, this is number 9. 9. I had a concern for a while that people were gonna think I was like being kind of queer baity or whatever with Sock and Jonathan, but like I am a queer, so I want you guys to know I'm not like, you know, so there's that. Or rather, I was worried people were going to perceive it as that, but let's see. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. And, oh. Oh no, I spelled the name wrong. What do I do? Do I... Oh no. Oh no. I need the Streamily police are gonna come get me. I spelled the name super duper wrong. Maybe I can just like pay them back for this poster. Maybe I'll just keep this one. I don't know what to do. Okay. Furby era. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, first I gotta figure out how to fix this typo that I made. What I'm up to in DS. Let's see. Oh, I give off Rebecca Sugar vibes. Thank you. That's a huge compliment. Oh, honey, we know. Okay, sentiments regarding that. I'm gonna set this one to the side, and I'm gonna deal with that later so that I spell this person's name correctly. Hold on, I'm gonna focus. I don't know if I'll draw these socks every single time. There's like not a ton of orders, which is why I think it's okay that I am like spending time drawing them. But if I had like 50 orders or something, I don't think I would draw a sock every time. Unless they specifically like requested it. Yep. Okay. Soint. Okay, someone asked what my thoughts are on the newest Furby generation. So I knew there was new Furbies coming out. I haven't really like looked too far into it. I didn't really but the other day we were at Target looking for like a white elephant gift, and we were looking around in the toy section, and I just like in the corner of my eye, like I saw the new Furbies were out, and here's the thing, they were on like the top shelf, like way up where like no one would reasonably see them except me. And I was just like, wait a second. And I like immediately like went to them and like pulled it off the shelf and showed it to my girlfriend and was just like, the new Furbies. And she was just like, how did you see that? It's like my eyes are like calibrated to Furby. Like they're on the Furby setting. So, but I did think it was really funny that they were like way up on the top shelf where no one would see them. I suspect that maybe there just wasn't room like on the shelves, like the way they were stocking them or something. But like, I suspect my conspiracy theory is they were like, okay, I know that like Furbies reemerge every like 5 years or so, and parents hate it. People hate Furbies. And so like with you're welcome parents, we put them way up here where your child will not see it. You do not have to deal with Furbies again, which is BS, because Furbies are great. All generations should experience Furbies. I don't have like any real personal interest in this newest Furby. Every time we come out with another Furby, I think we fall a little further from God's grace. That's not necessarily true I don't know, of all of them. Like I have as recent as the one that came out in, I want to say 2016. I think those are really, really cute. But like the more they continue, the more they kind of turn into weird neon, like almost like Trolls. Do you remember like Trolls dolls from the 80s? Like what I really liked about Furbies initially is that they looked like weird little creatures. Like they looked like weird little animals. And they're like starting to be more, I don't necessarily hate like the neon sparkle dog colors or whatever. Like I have one of the 2016 Furbies in like salmon pink. I'm looking at it. It's up there on my shelf. But I do, I don't know that I'll go out of my way to get one of the new Furbies. If I acquired one, or like maybe like once they go on sale or something, maybe I will, just to have like a thorough collection, because I do have at least one Furby from every generation, with the exception of, there was one generation where they kind of like just came out with a revamped Furby. Was it Furby Boom? I think it might have been Furby Boom. The one from the 2010s. There was one in the 2010s they came out with, and then they came out with it again, just like in different patterns. And they called it something else. And I don't have one from that generation, but as far as I'm concerned, it's just like the same thing as what I already had, which is why I didn't get it. But yeah, I do have a Furby from every generation of Furby, so maybe I should. I haven't really read any reviews of them. I haven't interacted with them, so I don't like have any real opinions of them, but just going off of the way they look, you know, it's interesting to see sort of what they've evolved into. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna catch up on the chat. It's good, Erica. Are people allowed to ask about the characters? Yeah, you can ask about the characters, but I don't know that I'll have like an answer. Like, what Sock's favorite type of music? I don't know. I don't know what kind of music Sock listens to. That's his business. Yeah, okay. Don't play it in stream. Wow, this is like, I'm like way behind on chat. It has legs. American cactus draws. Yes. Oh yeah, there's some like Welcome to Hell, like big name fans in here in the chat. Let's see. Is he Sock then like a bromance or like best friends? I mean, a lot of people have said that, and that's like totally fair as well. That's another reason why I don't always like, you know, because there's a lot of people that are like, oh no, like I actually just kind of like the idea of there being a story about like two guys that become friends, and like that, I find that very sweet, or, you know, whatever. And I don't want to like, you know, I mean, it's ultimately it's my story. I guess I can do what I want with it, but like, you know, for at least for now, that does happen to me occasionally where people are like, actually, I kind of just like it as this cute friendship between the two of them. So it's like, okay, like right now anyway, it's in this space where it can, you know, if you're not reading it as, you know, romantic or feelingsy in that way, then, you know, you're also not wrong. Like, that's fine. I'm not gonna, you know, there's kind of something in it for everyone, I guess. I don't know. I like that sort of ambiguity. I'm interested in like that space in between of building up to something. So, you know, at least until I figure out exactly where it's going, like it's kind of a bunch of different things. So, and people read Sock as like a bunch of different things as well, you know, like, in terms of like Sock's like gender identity and stuff like that. Which is cool. Like, I invite that. Like, if there's like a way that Sock makes more sense to you. And for that matter, that Sock and Jonathan make more sense to you. Like, I encourage people to view it that way. Like, if that helps you connect with the characters better, that's what's important to me, I guess. So, okay, all right, next signature. Okay, this one wants a doodle. Good, because I'm doing doodles for everyone. At least until my Sharpie runs out. Thank you. Make sure I'm spelling that right. Oh, I added an extra lump in your name, Bailey. There is a lump between the E and the Y that's not quite a letter. Sorry. Either the E has an extra swoosh on it or the Y has an extra swoosh on it. And I apologize. But that's what happens when you try and write in cursive and you haven't needed to write in cursive since you were in grade school. Yeah. Not to sound like a boomer, but do they still teach cursive? Like, in schools? I don't know. I'm not saying, like, wow, I can't believe, whatever. If there's not a function for it anymore, then there's not a function for it. That's just kind of how it is. What? New Sharpies! Oh my god, thank you! My girlfriend just gave me Sharpies! Oh my god. Thank you. Oh yeah, and then my signature. Okay, so I'm also just now realizing that, like, all of the people asking if I speak Spanish are asking so that I can explain the Sockathon stuff in Espanol. And I'm sorry, I don't know. I'd need to put it into Google Translate. And that would be, like, it would probably be a disaster. But does anyone in chat speak enough Spanish to, like, translate what I said? Let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's like all of the... It's like all of the... That's what's happening. I'm so behind. I'm sorry. I guess I scrolled too far up. Yeah, because of rancid fanfic. That sounds fun. Need more Sock Demon. Need to see Sock Evil. Which poster number are you on now? They're all in... they're not in, like, a particular order. Let me see how many there is. It says I've got 15 orders and I have completed 6. So I'm, like, almost halfway through. I can speed it up if you guys, like, gotta be somewhere. Oh, it's been an hour. I'm sorry. I'm just having fun talking to everyone. Okay. But the poster numbers are not in order because they're, like, prioritized. I don't understand how it works, but okay. Mark that as complete. Let's see. I guess I could, like, call one of my friends and ask them to, like, hop in and read the chat to me, but I don't know. That's okay. OMG. There's lots of OMGs. They didn't teach it back when I was in school. I didn't get taught. My little cousin did. Okay. I mean, yeah, like, cursive is, like, it's kind of one of those things. We needed it when we wrote letters. When we still wrote letters to each other, I think. Thank you. Friendship, friend delivers. Thank you, girlfriend. We appreciate you, girlfriend. I speak a little Spanish. Try a Spanish dub. Oh, there is a Spanish dub. I'm pretty sure. There's been, like, quite a few people who have fan dubbed Welcome to Hell into various languages. I try and compile a playlist. It's actually on my... I have a playlist on YouTube. If you go to my page and look through my playlists, there's one that's, like, fan subs and dubs. There's quite a few Spanish ones. I think there's a Portuguese one. There's not as many... for Welcome to Hell 2 as there is for the first one, but Oh, there was another one that, was it Russian? I think Russian. There's a lot of Russian fans. Let's see. Okay, I don't think I'm like really miss anything. How many posters? Oh my god, you guys are on me. Okay, let's do it. Sign these posters. There's not like a ton of posters, which is why I'm kind of taking my time with it. There's not like 50 orders or something. There's 15, so I don't know. I thought I'd make a little day of it. Make a whole day of it. I will be here till 6 p.m. I'm just kidding. Ooh, this one, okay. I don't know if this is a surprise one, but the Make It Out To says future animator and then person's name. I don't know if you're in the chat or if this is like a gift that someone's getting for someone who they know is going to be a future animator, but I would like to pitch a suggestion, which is just like, well, I don't know, like I kind of want to just like say animator, like, because why not? Like, you could be one right now. Like, it doesn't need to be in the future. But I don't know, maybe I shouldn't mess with the request. Let me see if they're, I'm here, that's mine, I'm going to animation college. Okay. Oh, okay, Blueberry Stars, that's you. You also said you wanted a little sock doodle, yes? You just got accepted. Hell yeah. Congrats. Where are you going to school? Yeah, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I'm tempted to just, like, if it, like, bestow the title of animator onto you now, like, you're in school for animation, you know, but, like, also, it doesn't, just being, like, animator so-and-so doesn't have the same, like, ring to it as future animator does. Like, that sort of gives you, like, an aspirational, like, thing to get to. Anyway, if you, I'll just fill it out how you would like it filled out. I suppose future animator is that's what, maybe that's, you know, if it's a aspirational thing, then I will do that. But as far as I'm concerned, like, you're already doing it. You're an animator. But I will write that. Okay, I did the number already. Please do. I would love that. Yeah, what school did you say? Okay, Maryland Institute of College and Arts. Nice. Very cool. Congrats. I don't know anything about that school, but hell yeah, congratulations. And I'm glad for you. I hope you learn lots. Sorry, what's it? Half my life. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, there's two people that had one with that. This, I wouldn't say the full name in case it's a thing, but the name is, Angel. Or Angel. So there could potentially be two. Okay, there could potentially be two future animators named Angel. Is it the correct one? Oh, I'm not literally staying on stream till 6. I was joking. That was a dad joke. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm just going to put future animator, because that was the request. Oh, right. I'm going to switch Sharpies. This one's getting bad. Let me see. Okay, that one's not as sharp. This one could potentially work, but I think I'm going to keep using this one for now. Yeah, next time I do one of these, I'm going to buy more Sharpies, sorry. Future animator. Future animator. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna concentrate. This is the thing, if I'm just sitting here, like, signing, it's gonna be quiet, because I gotta concentrate. What? Oh, you have one more? Thank you!
Let me know if you need me to go to the store.
Oh, thank you so much. Ooh, this one's from the Animation Guild. This one's from Tag. I didn't know we had official Tag branded Sharpies. Cool. Oh, I'm sorry, future animator. Your sock is also, like, kind of, like, running into the name a little bit. But that's okay. I drew some extra sparkles. He's got little sparkles around him to make up for it. Okay. I'm gonna test this new Sharpie. Let's see. Ooh. It's definitely, the flow is definitely better. It's like, weird. It's squished down, but it is actually a finer point somehow. Intriguing. Okay, that'll be my backup Sharpie for when this one fully dies. All right. Marking that as complete. There we go. Okay. Catching up on chat. It kind of looks like Norella Martinez is maybe? Are you translating for people? Is that what's happening? Or maybe not. Oh, you were asking about the poster earlier. I loved that poster. I need to print it out. Can I have a doodle with... Oh, can I have a John doodle with it? Oh, I'll need to, like, practice drawing John with Sharpie. I could try that. Erica, how do you feel about the part of the community that speaks Spanish? What do you mean how I feel about him? I think it's awesome. I think, like, I'm impressed so much that, like, that my little cartoon has, like, reached so many people, despite, you know, language barriers. And part of that is because people do translate it. Like, people sub and dub it in Spanish, and other languages as well. Like, and, like, thank God for that. Like, I'm so grateful that there's people who like the thing enough to be like, oh, my community would really love this. I'm going to translate it for them. 'Cause, like, you can just reach that many more people. Actually, there was someone, I don't remember what language they were translating into, but someone was translating Welcome to Hell, the first one, and they were, like, really diving into it and asking me a bunch of questions, like, okay, Mephistopheles uses this phrase. We don't really have a phrase like that here, but we have a phrase that means this, like, you know what I mean? Like, kind of slang stuff. Or, like, I noticed Mephistopheles has an accent. What is that? What does that accent mean in English so that I know how to, like, localize that for, you know, whatever language, right? Like, they do that when they, like, dub anime as well. It's like, oh, this character lives in whatever, this part of Japan, and that's kind of rural, so we're going to give them kind of a southern accent in the dub so that, you know, or whatever it is. Like, there's, like, ways of localizing. There's a localization element to translating that I find very interesting. And occasionally someone who's translating will, like, ask me a bunch of questions about the choices that I made for the dialogue or for the characters' voices so that they know how to translate that into their language. And I find that, like, really exciting and fun. Anyway, I think it's great. Like, if I could translate it into every language, I would. Like, thank you, gracias to everyone who like has translated it into their own language so that they can continue to share it. I think that's incredible. You're doing me a huge favor, and I'm glad that like my work has had the chance to reach that many more people. Sorry, I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Lo siento, no sé cómo se dice how to say that? ¿Cómo se dice en español? Sorry, I don't know how to say that in Spanish. Okay, let's see. I'm glad you like the poster. The poster on my wall. Translating a piece. What inspired you to make? Oh, Russians. Yeah, there's like a ton of Russian fans too, and Kazakhstan in the comments. Oh yeah. Hello, everyone. Everyone sharing the flags of their country, and then also like the trans flag is really awesome. Love that. Hell yes. Okay. Thank you for Welcome to Hell. Oh, okay, I'm losing my marker. Do that demon sock you reblogged and said, whoa, I want to know your thoughts on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, cellophane wings. Yeah, you drew like a really cool demon-y sock, and I reblogged it like, whoa, because it looked metal and awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. I thought it was great. Are there any headcanons you've seen that you liked for any Welcome to Hell characters? Yeah, I apologize for my attempt at speaking Spanish. I'm very, very sorry, but I'm glad it made your day. Okay. To Skylar, go bonkers. Let's see. You asked. Thank you, Skylar. I messed it up again. No, I didn't. I fixed it. I think that looks fine. I'm gonna draw a really good sock for this person because I think I fixed it. I think I fixed the name enough, but like I have said on stream that I messed it up. So I'm gonna draw you a really good sock. I didn't like misspell it. I just, you know what I mean? I made like an extra wiggle and was like, like trying to, it just freaked me out. Okay, someone asked if there's any headcanons that I like. There's some ancient headcanons that I really like. There was one that, well, it's kind of a combination. One of them was that Sock is like older than Jonathan. They don't like have official ages, but because Sock is like kind of the smaller, twinkier one, the assumption is that he's younger. And I saw someone like in the very early days had a headcanon that Sock was actually like older than Jonathan and like helps him with his homework and stuff because he's already like done algebra or, you know, like whatever class Jonathan's in. And I think that's really funny just because it like sort of messes with people's expectations of like who the characters are just because of how they look, you know. Not like significantly older, but you know what I mean? Just like, you know, a tiny bit older. Not old enough for it to be weird. But I think that one's really fun. Also the idea that like Sock would be good at math or something like that. Like good at a traditionally tricky subject. And especially one that gays are generally not good at. Like, the idea of Sock being good at math and, like, helping Jonathan with his homework is really cute. I like that idea a lot. I don't know, just because it's not expected. There's probably others. That's the big one. That was the first, like, headcanon I saw that I was like, oh, I love that. That was a very old one, though. Okay, I'm going to do this one real quick. And then I'm going to catch up with the chat, just in an attempt to catch up on posters. That is the number. Okay. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna draw this little tiny little sock, and then I'll check the chat. Also, I'm gonna look at all of these before I like send them back off, and just be like, oh, if I messed something up, or like if I said thank you and drew a sock and then like didn't sign my name, like I'm gonna double check them all when I'm not multitasking to make sure I actually did it correctly. Okay, mark as complete. I down some coffee. I had to go buy new coffee for this too. I should have bought Sharpies. I was like out, and I was like, I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. Okay, one. All right. Hi, Erica. Look at me, please. Are all Welcome to Hell fans gay? Do I know Dude That's My Ghost? I do know Dude That's My Ghost because, like, back when I was first posting Welcome to Hell on Tumblr, there was a very small Dude That's My Ghost fandom. And I remember that at the time. I might have tagged it with, like, when I was first trying to, like, gain traction, just, like, whatever was, you know, a Pokemon game had just came out, so I put that in the tags. I think the Tonys were on, so I put that in the tags. Dude That's My Ghost. I might have used that in the early tags of it. I don't want to speak ill of Dude That's My Ghost, because I had a lot of online friends who really quite liked it, but, like, I think it kind of sucked. But I appreciate what, like, I think people want a show where a guy is friends with a ghost. I think that's, I don't know, I personally believe there's a market for that. So I understand the appeal. Okay. Oh God, what's happening? Okay. Thank you. Okay, let me just do this doodle real quick. It's weird. It's like once I start doodling with it, the pen is actually fine. But like once I get into the flow, it's okay. But there's like a brief period when you start where it's like, I don't know if I'm gonna draw. You're like, please work. And then it do. Which is why I haven't switched to the girlfriend Sharpies yet. Okay. Alright. Oh, I stopped showing the things, but oh, here's the, oh, there is the, anyway, just so you can see. I don't know if the doodles are getting like better or worse, but here's, I think this, hopefully they're about the same. Anyway, there is that one. Boop. Okay, mark that as complete. What am I on right now? Okay, I have completed 11 orders and there were 5 left. So I'm doing pretty good. Let me catch up on the chat. Glad to finally make it to a stream. Please check the donos. Is that donations? I don't know what that means. I'm not a streamer. And I don't know how to see that. Is it top chat? Super chats? Fan funding? What is this? Oh, okay, there's more. Have you ever thought about making Welcome to Hell into a webcomic? I feel like it would do well since it already has a dedicated audience. P.S. You're so pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I have thought about making it into a... Wait, how do I get back to the regular chat? Guys, I'm stupid. You need help. I have thought about making it into a webcomic. That would be a lot easier. I didn't want to do that initially because Welcome to Hell started as a webcomic. If you go back to my DeviantArt, I've moved a lot of things into storage, but I do think I kept Welcome to Hell up, the original webcomic. And it was sort of like I started doing the comic because I got accepted into art school. And I was like, well, I'm finally confident enough to do a webcomic of like a thing I want to do. But the more I kept, well, two things were happening. One, I got busier with school, so there was less time to focus on the comic. And two, the more I was making the comic, the more I was like thinking like an animator. And so it stopped being comic pages and kind of just started being like panel, 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 which is storyboards, right? So I was like, when the time came to like figure out what to do for my like final project, I was like, what if I did Welcome to Hell? Like, what if I like adapted it to like kind of a pilot sort of thing? And so that's what so when I was first like trying to get Welcome to Hell going, I went to like this was after I graduated college. I went to a, what would you call it? Like a, event where it was like a media event for like people to, I can't think of the name, like not a conference, but like something like that, where it was like, if you have like a short film you're trying to fund or a show or a video game or a multimedia thing that you want to pitch, it was called FilmCom. It was in Tennessee, I think. Anyway, and the idea is like everyone came and a couple people were selected to pitch their ideas in front of a bunch of different like producers and execs and stuff. And, and there was like, you could go to different like, there were speakers who were giving lectures and stuff like that. And there was like tables, you could like set up these tables or whatever, and people were walking around. And the idea was to put creatives with like a project in front of executives who maybe have like some sort of, who are looking for projects or looking for the next sort of thing to do. The problem with it is it was too separated. So like all of the producers and execs were like hanging out with each other, and like all of the like artists were just like, hey, like trying to like network with each other. But it wasn't really like, that's not really what we're here for. We're kind of here because anyway, I think they've made some strides since then to sort of try and like there's like a brunch or something you have together. I don't know. But the problem that I ran into is that most of the producers, I swear this is going somewhere. I promise this is going to circle back around to comics. Most of the producers and everyone there were like, none of them had worked in animation before. And there was a couple people... I found this interesting because I got to go pitch Welcome to Hell to like a room full of executives and producers and stuff. And I nailed it. Like, not to brag or anything, because I'm not like great in front of a crowd, but the guy who went before me was going way too long, and it was the end of the day. I was like the last person to pitch on like the second day or something. And the guy in front of me was going like way, way, way too long. They were all tired. They were all like, oh my God, I don't want to be here. And it was very clear that like that guy was like testing their like last nerve. And so I was like, all right, I got to crank up the charm. And I did. And I pitched Welcome to Hell. and I nailed it, and everyone clapped. That whole thing. But I mean, I'm exaggerating, but literally this part is true. At the end of my pitch, like, everyone was like, wow, this is so great, this is so fun. And they had all these questions for me. And do you know what every single one of them said? They were like, I don't really know anything about animation. Have you thought about doing a comic? Like, have you thought about, like, maybe doing a comic and posting it online? Because a lot of times, like, people's comics get picked up and adapted into animation. And I'm like, you know what I mean? It just felt like I felt really defensive of that, because it was like, I decided not to do comics so that I could do animation. But at the time, I didn't know, like, big animated projects that are produced by people with money don't usually get picked up because, oh, you made an animated short and that's really cool, why don't we adapt that? They are usually adapted from something else first. But I just felt really personally, I was like, but I want to make animation. And so for a long time, I was kind of avoidant of the comic idea, just because, like, again, I decided that animation was what I wanted to do. And anyway, now I know I could just do it. Like, now that it's been 10 years and it's taken me so long to kind of do this, I'm like, shit, I should have just done a webcomic, like, from the get-go. I should have never changed. I am glad that I have Welcome to Hell and that I've been able to practice animation and, like, put it in my portfolio and everything. I like being able to do every step of the process of animation. Like, I love the process of it. So that's part of why I've done it, without any consideration for, like, whether or not it would make more sense to get it out sooner via, like, a comic. But it is something I'm considering now. And I know there's multimedia comics and stuff too. You can do a comic that has, like, the occasional, like, animated chapter or whatever. So, maybe I will. I'm not sure. Anyway, I promised it would circle back around to comics. There's the comic thing. And everyone did clap when I was done doing my presentation. Like, I know that's like a jokey Tumblr post or whatever, but, like, literally a couple people came up to me and they were like, thank you for ending my day on a good note. I was so, like, they're just like, that's a good pitch. And I was like, thank you. Anyway, but it was like anyway, the takeaway was everyone was like, I don't know, make comics. I was like, I don't wanna. But I was like a dumb idiot kid back then and I didn't know any better. So now I'm, like, old enough with enough reflection to be like, maybe I should make a comic. And now also that I understand, like, most shows or whatever don't get picked up because you made the thing yourself already. Like, you kind of have to pitch it to someone with money and interest and then hope that it doesn't, like, get messed up somewhere along the way because some executive doesn't like it, or they changed directions or changed, who's in charge, and that person just personally didn't like your thing and decided to cancel it. Anyway. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna catch up on the chat because I've been talking for a really long time. Will we ever see any of Socks Past? Yes. If I continue this as some sort of series, I have an episode in mind where we dive into Socks Past a little bit. Not a ton. I do kind of want to dive into the sort of relationship that he had, like, with his parents and with the people in his town. But the episode idea that I had for, like, digging into Socks Past is he remembers that he had a pet dog, that he did not consider after he, like, killed his parents and buried them and killed himself and everything. Like, he forgot about his pet dog. So he, like, begs Jonathan, like, we have to go find out what happened to my dog. And it would sort of be this, like, it would be a sad dog episode, like the dog episode from Futurama. Except Sock's dog is not, like, loyal to him or loving to him. Sock's dog is terrified of him and always has been. So I don't know. I think maybe the dog, like, found a new family or something and became truly happy, and Sock has to, like, sort of, like, deal with that, I guess. yeah, I don't know. That doesn't exactly dig into like his family or whatever, but like I have some thoughts on like his family and his past and how people viewed him. Okay, I'm gonna sign this poster. Oh God, the marker. She dies. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's back. It's back. Sorry. I just go totally silent when I'm drawing because I'm trying not to mess it up. I am appropriately caffeinated now after I downed that coffee. That's kind of a messed up signature, but that's okay. It's better than messing up someone's name. If I mess up my own signature, it's fine. Like, you don't know what my signature normally looks like, so you'll just assume that's what it always looks like. I add extra lumps in my own signature all the time, so. Okay, let's see. Any of socks passed? What is this? Please check the... Oh, no, I already did that. I checked the donors. Wasn't yours about the webcomic that wins when you started the entire combo? SPH knows my number. If she know how to check download. Oh, did I miss something? I don't think she's literally talking about it right now. Oh, she thought about it, and then she started talking about this. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm like just catching up. I hope I answered your question. Yes, I've thought about doing a webcomic. Maybe I will. I don't know. I haven't, I gotta finish Welcome to Hell 2, Part 2 first, and then sort of figure out where I'm going with it. Okay, I mostly just wanted to give you my money again. But while I'm here, I want to ask about the So You're Interested in Welcome to Hell 2 form. How is that going? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I had created a form because people were reaching out to me like, hey, I would like to help on Welcome to Hell 2. And I couldn't keep track of all of that. So I had to create a form and a separate email. I have not checked it in a little bit because I've been really busy with the holidays and with coordinating this Streamily stream. And I'm also, I don't think this is an NDA thing, but I'm still going to like talk around it just in case it is. There's some merch opportunities that I'm pursuing with, or rather like that I have been pursued for merch opportunities with some companies. And part of that is working on designs for that, updating old designs. And they wanted more designs from me than I initially thought. So I was kind of, between like the holidays and like visiting out of town family for Thanksgiving and then Christmas coming up, it's just been like, I have not had the chance to check on the So You're Interested in Helping on Welcome to Hell form. What I will say is, what I'm doing right now is I'm going through part 2 and I am, marking what still needs to be done. I'm putting all of the shots into 2 categories. One is like, this is finished rough animation. It just needs to be cleaned. Or put like white behind the characters and call it done. Those are the shots that, like, if people are interested in helping clean up, as a few people have expressed interest, those are the shots that you would be helping on. And then there's a couple shots that are still like my storyboard drawings that have not been rough animated yet. And those need to be, some of them are old. Like, some of the drawings don't match the dialogue. There's not a lot of them, but there's like at least one shot or two, like at the very beginning, where it's just like, oh, Mephistopheles' acting does not match his voice right here. Like, I just need to update the poses, and that's more like work on my end. But I am compiling a list of shots that could reasonably be sent to people who want to help clean and color. I also have to sort of go through people's portfolios to see what they're capable of doing, or what they're good at, or what skill set they have that I could put towards, working on things. And some people might have like expressed interest in like this, and this, but I might look at their portfolio and go, oh, they'd be really good for this one specific thing. Maybe I'll just have them focus on this, and so I kind of have to like go through all that and organize it, which I haven't done. I have been like looking at people's portfolios and stuff. But I, then once I decide who's doing what and how they can help, I'm going to need to kind of come up with a system first of like, here's what I will do. Like, let me know what program you work in. Here's the, I'll send you the frames. This needs to be the format. This is how you export it, because you need to know all of these like specific technical details as well. And I need to kind of like work out a system to be able to do that, which I've done before. I've done that in college, but I want to do it better now. I did it on Dropbox in college. I think I'd probably just do it on Google Drive now. I'm also running out of space on my Google Drive. I think I need to upgrade it. So, for the, I think beginning of the year will probably be when I reach out or like have something for people who want to help. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. I know I apologize if I got people's hopes up, like, yeah, I'm going to respond really quickly. I should have clarified. I'm still sorting through what needs to be done for part 2. And then sorting through like what everyone's like, strong suits are and what I might be able to like put them on. So I gotta get going on that, but it's gonna have to be after Christmas. It's just like too much stuff going on right now, and so I apologize for that. I guess I should send everyone out like a message, or I should update the form to say something to that effect. Okay, I've done that one. I am on a roll, you guys. I am just blasting through these very quickly and efficiently. Okay, let's see. Take my dollars. Hello, Erica. Oh, okay, this person really liked the South Park Reanimated. So there's someone else in charge of the South Park Reanimated. I just did like a couple shots for it. And oh, am I like really behind? Yes, I am. I think they're still working on compiling all of it. The project has changed hands a couple times. Like the person who initially started it had to relinquish control over it to someone else. So there's been like a little bit of, stalling, I guess. Not stalling, but And that's sort of the way it is with reanimated projects. Like people, it's it's usually like, people just starting out and just learning, and there's some technical hurdles, and it takes a while, and it's a huge undertaking. I'm not in charge of that project, so it's not really up to me. I guess I could offer to help out, but no, I'm not gonna, because I've got all of this going on. Okay. I'm gonna fill this out. Thank you. Actually, I guess if I hold on, this person has a long name. I need to concentrate. I guess if I manage to get these filled out quicker, I could actually just like focus on like answering some of your guys' questions rather than like trying to do both things at the same time. Yep. Beep beep. Okay. Did that. Okay. I am getting through it. There are just 2 orders left. Liz wants me to draw Roger from Rent. We'll go with movie hairstyle. Thank you. The movie hairstyle I think is harder, but I do think it's more iconic. I think Roger hairstyle from the movie, like Roger and Mark in the original Broadway cast from 1996 kind of have the same hair. Mark has a little bit of the faux hawk kind of coiffed thing up front, and Roger's is just straight up. But they are both like frosty tipped, spiky hair 90s boys. And what's nice about the film version is Roger has like shaggy freshman hair, which kind of like differentiates him a little bit. I'm going to have to practice drawing Roger, but that's okay. After this, I only have 1 other order, so we're coming up on it. Let me catch up with the chat real quick to avoid having to draw Roger Rent. Let's see. Yeah, Liz and I both have a love of the musical Rent, so that's what this is about. I know it's like not cool to like Rent anymore, but like, you know, sometimes a piece of media hit you at exactly the time that you needed it. So it's significant. It's a significant piece of queer literature. I'm going now. Everyone have fun. Yeah, good. Have a good time. Thank you for stopping by. Let's see. We're talking about... Okay, some people left. More, especially with the new generation of losers who love your shit. That's sweet. Thank you. I'll become a cool animator so that one day I can help walk him down. That's cool. The dog. Okay, we're talking about the dog. I'm sorry, I'm so behind. Does Jonathan know Sock's only been dead for a week? I guess he doesn't know that. He just knows that, like, Sock has been haunting him for a week. I'm not sure if Sock has told him yet that he's only been dead. He will know. By the end of Welcome to Hell 2 Part 2, he will know. If he doesn't already know, he will know that Sock is a noob. So, to use the parlance of the kids, the youths, let's see. I just wanted to give her money. Thank you. Thank you. I thought about doing like a charity thing, like if instead of the money going to me, like if it goes to like a charity. And YouTube has like a list of like charities you can click, but some of them just look like, I don't know, like some guy that like decided to, I don't know how. I'd have to find one. I'd have to look into it and see if they're legit and whatever. And then, like, how do you pick a charity? Like, which of the various tragedies? Do you pick something relevant to what you're doing? I don't know. I figure I could do, like, you know, Trevor Project or something. But if you guys have any idea for, like, or if you have any other, like, people who stream and donate to, like, a good cause that you think is, like, you know, something I should look into, like, let me know. I'm not making like a ton of money from a stream or anything either, but like, you know, it's I feel like it's a good gesture to be able to give something back. Where does Sock go when he's out of work? Like, off work? I think he probably just still hangs out with Jonathan. That could be a fun episode. Like, just, like, Sock hanging out with Jonathan past his, like, you know, when he gets off at 5. He doesn't have to go back to hell. In a really early draft, he had a room. He had, like a little bedroom, like a little hotel kind of. Oh, excuse me, not a hotel. That's getting a little too close to something else. He had like a room in hell initially where he would stay, and there was like just nothing in it. It was just like a room with nothing. And I kind of wanted to do a scene where he was just like, there's no bed. And Mephistopheles is like, yeah, you don't sleep. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would you need any creature comforts? I don't know why he would give him a room. But just this sort of like adjusting to being dead, meaning like you don't sleep, you don't eat, like the things that you're used to about being alive, those no longer apply to you. But you know what I mean? There's not really time to sort of go into that. Like, if it was like a feature length film, maybe, but for a short, it's like, that's okay. Let's just get right to the, you know, excited to be haunting a guy kind of thing. So yeah, I did not do that. So he could go back to hell when he's off work, but he probably sometimes he does and sometimes he doesn't. Let's see. Congrats on the merch job. Thank you. I'm very excited about it. I'm like very, very, very excited about it. And again, I'll have to read my contract with them and make sure I don't know if it's NDA. I don't think I'm not supposed to say it, but until like the final steps have happened and the stuff is actually available to purchase, I don't want to like shoot my mouth off about it too early and like get people's hopes up, because there's like a chance that maybe it doesn't go through. But it probably will. Like, they specifically requested that they wanted merch from me, so like I think I'm probably good to go. But you know, it's like an ongoing process, and I'm, you know, excited about it, so we shall see. Let's see. Excited about helping out. Erica, you're so cool. Thank you. Adore all of the rough animation. Wow, I'm a huge fan. The whole dying alone thing on Sock, because Sock technically didn't die alone. His parents were right there. Yeah, the thing about Jonathan, like, flipping the... Like, Jonathan doesn't really know. Like, unless Sock specifically told him that. Like, Jonathan's kind of going out on a limb, assuming, like, Sock was also a lonely weirdo when he died. But clearly it you know, it struck a chord, so... I'm glad that worked. I was kind of like, I don't know, can I have this character just like lob an insult at another one if we're not like 100% sure, if he's not 100% sure that that's true? But anyway, let's see, any update on the plushies? The plushies, I've got 2 potential plushie, not potential, they're happening. There's one with U2s and one with Makeship. And I don't know, I assume I can say that. But anyway, yeah, there's going to be a Sock plushie. You know, so it's whatever their plushies generally cost. I think it's $30 or something like that. So, you know, it's a very reasonable price. But yeah, they're working on it. I've seen the design. I think they're working on the sample right now. I don't know how long that takes, but, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about this on stream. I think it's fine. Like, I don't think there's a problem with it, but I don't know. But yeah, it'll be however much a U2's plushie cost. Let's see. Watched Rent recently and grossly sobbed. Okay, yeah. See you later. Norella Martinez is leaving. Goodbye. May have to watch it again. Okay, let's see. Charity would be neat. We'll go working off the clock. Yeah, okay, yeah, I have a, did you see the last DM I sent you? On here or on Discord? Maybe. I haven't been opening Discord lately because it slows down my computer. Or, like, I mean, it's also, I don't know. I opened it the other day, but I was like, it's a hefty program when I'm running a bunch of hefty programs. So, I apologize. I did log in just before the stream and saw that I had a whole bunch of messages from people, though, so I will check it after the stream. Yes. Yeah. Maybe I shouldn't have, like, opened my mouth about the plushies, but I think it's fine. I don't think that's, like, a huge secret or anything. I haven't announced it yet, because, again, like, they haven't finished making the plushies yet, but yeah, there's plushies in the works. When Sock is in hell, would he just be in Meth's office, or would he be like in a dedicated apartment to him from Meth? Oh, he would be in his own like place. No, that's okay. I did say it in the Patreon. This Sock, incidentally, in the chat was saying, like, oh, am I not supposed to talk about that? I read it in the Patreon channels. I say stuff in Patreon sometimes because I'm like, whatever. These are, like, they're my patrons. They, I can say stuff to them and it, without, because it's a little more private than just, like, posting about it publicly. I don't think there's anything saying I can't talk about that. I think, if anything, it would get people hyped that I'm talking about it. But anyway... yeah, no, it's fine. I just started answering your question, like, not thinking about whether or not I should. So it's fine. Okay, let me get the Sharpie ready. I'm gonna have to practice drawing Roger from Rent. Okay. Thank you, Liz. I kind of want to be like, thanks, Liz. Like, I don't know if it'll read like loving sarcasm. Gosh, practice drawing Roger. I can't believe you're making me do this. Roger from Rent. His name is Roger Davis, by the way. Oh no, the joke is like we say character last name from thing they're from. Oh god, okay. I think I could do his hair, but like, what is his... Can he be like chibi? Can I make him like a chibi Roger from Rent? That's the only way it's gonna happen. With a Sharpie. Also, should he be like sad? I feel like he should be sad. Like frowning a little. Because he's a sad boy. Oh god, Jesus Christ. Oh man. Can't believe you're making me do this. Okay. I think I can do Chibi Roger. I don't know. Liz, go off. What do you want for your Chibi Roger? Bonus points for tears. Oh, actually, the best way to draw... Oh, bye. Someone's leaving. Bye. The best way to draw Roger would be like screaming Mimi very loud, I feel like. I don't know, what's better? Just like sad, pouty Roger who won't leave the apartment, or Mimi Roger, you know. What's best? Both are very emotional. He's a very emotional boy. Surprise me. The screaming would be hilarious. Okay. Sorry, I'm practicing. This is so goofy. Okay. Hold on, I gotta do a couple more practices. Because that's like his big line. That's his big move. Oh yeah, I'm just drawing him like a chibi anime boy. Because how else? Okay, gosh. I think that'll work. Okay. Your chair looks wicked comfortable. Who is she? So my chair is, I don't remember. I was actually really in the search for a comfy chair. We had these chairs at my college at the in the animation classroom. They were so comfy. I could sit on them all day long and did. And I messaged my animation professor and was like, "What were those chairs?" And he was like, "I don't know. Like he didn't know what they were called or what the brand was or if they still exist." So I found something online that I think is kind of similar. It's not as comfy as the ones that I remember from animation school, but it's all right. It's, you know, a mid-level. It's got a mesh back situation, mesh curved back. It's okay. Like, I can sit on it like a whole day and be fine, but it's certainly not like the nicest one out there or anything. I guess I could look up online and see what brand it is. But yeah, let's see. Okay. All right, I'm about to draw this Roger for Liz. Catching up. Someone said something about my hair a little while ago. I think it was a compliment, and thank you. I always have the urge to cut my hair. It used to be really short, and I'm trying to keep it long for just a little longer because I feel like once I cut it, I won't be able to, like, grow it out ever again. I just cut a friend of mine's hair the other day, Neil, who does the voice for Mephistopheles. They were like, "Can you give me bangs?" And I was like, "Let me tell you about the pros and cons of having bangs." And ultimately what we figured out is that they wanted like layered hair. And I was like, "Oh, that I can do." So anyway, like, it was fun. I've given my share of friend haircuts to people, and sometimes they turn out good and sometimes they don't. It's kind of like, look, do you want your hair to look like how mine looks? Because I can do that. I cut my own hair. I can do that. Anyway, I think it came out pretty nice, so. All right, I'm going to draw this little Roger. Okay. Okay. Here we go. We're doing this. to focus on this one. So I apologize. I think this is actually a pretty good Roger Rent from the 2005 movie directed by Chris Columbus, which is a perfectly fine and competent movie, but he was the wrong choice of a director. There, I said it. I'm just kidding. I don't really. I showed a bunch of my friends during quarantine Rent the movie because I thought it was more. I thought a bunch of animators would appreciate un film more than like a stage show. And then like later on, I showed them the stage show, and I also think the film makes it's a little easier to follow, and it's less raw. It's less like rough around the edges. And I was delighted actually that when I showed them the stage show, they all liked it way more. They were like, it's like, oh yeah, of course all of my like gay rough around the edges like artist friends understand this like gay rough around the edges musical way better than like this finely polished, like crispy, clear, like, you know, Chris Columbus film. Like, so I was like really excited about that. Everyone was like, dude, that was way better. Like, I liked the characters way more. I could follow it way better. And I was like, really? Like, anyway, I just need to have more faith in people, I guess. I was delighted by that. Okay, sorry. This doesn't even look like words anymore. What I want to make it like a little speech bubble, but I don't know that I can. Okay. I will hold this up for you to see. Okay. This is your little Roger Rent doodle. He's screaming, me, me, because that's what he do. That's his big moment. So there you go. Yeah, I think that's all right. If it has your seal of approval, let me know. If not, I'll, I guess, sign another poster. Let's see. Okay, good. Yay. All right. Cellophane Wings is heading out. Anyone who left, sorry if I didn't say bye. Okay. Oh, is there a poster for Triela Tree? Probably. That's probably the next one. Okay. I'm so sorry. This last one says Ren. I don't know. Tree? Please, I'm desperate. I'm sorry, what is this? Oh, or tree? Maybe. Did I fill one out that said tree? I don't think so. I don't think I saw that. Let me... Actually, yeah, let me look through the orders real quick. The last one, I'm on the last one right now. I mean, I can refresh it. I'm on the last one right now, but it says, Ren. Let's see if there's another one that shows up. No. Signing view. I don't think I have that. Well, let me see. How do I see Salem overview? Sorry, I'm gonna look and see if I filled out one for you. It's possible that I did? Oh, I don't know how to do the interface. Sorry, I'm just gonna look through the the posters that I already signed. There's one that doesn't have a name. There's one that said just make it out to, it didn't have a specific name. Maybe that is you. If you didn't specifically fill out a, like who to make it out to, it could be that. Oh, you can order a poster like whenever. You could, even if, you can order one like that I don't sign on stream as well. Like you can order a signed, but like there will just be a stock of signed posters, and you can just order them. I don't need to stream every single time. They just like keep them in a big warehouse full of all of my posters, I think, and then they just like send them out to you. So, you don't have to do it like right now. Again, there's probably going to be a stream later on with the whole voice cast. Anyway, yeah, so, you can order a poster at any time, basically. My friend is buying me it. I think so, as long as you do it before it ends. I mean, if I order personnel, will it be signed on the stream today? Yeah. I have I think the shop should update. It has been updating the whole time. Like, there was a couple orders that came in. There was, like, I think 13 or 12 orders or something when I started, and it has since gone up to, like, 16. So, it is actively updating, as far as I can tell. And I'm on the last one, and it doesn't have your name. But there was one that didn't say who to make it out to. I could check. Like, that might have been, if your friend ordered it for you, that might have been the one that they ordered. Could John be carried by Sock if you let him? I gotta think about that one. I think so. I think it could maybe work. The problem is I don't know if Sock is strong enough to carry John. Like, he would just have the regular strength that he had as a human, and given his twinkitude, I don't actually know if he could bench Jonathan. So, that would be my answer to that. Like, hypothetically, if they both were in the same, like, mindset of being, of agreeing that Sock could carry Jonathan, and if Sock could physically be strong enough to carry Jonathan, yes. But if at any moment, this is an interesting thought exercise, because, like, if any moment, let's say, like, Jonathan's faith in whether or not Sock can carry him goes away, then they're not on the same page about whether or not they could, potentially they're not on the same page about whether or not they're both in agreement on the touching that's happening. So, like, it might drop him, or it might shock Sock, and then Sock would drop him. But again, this is all, like, operating on the assumption that Sock can lift Jonathan, and I don't think Sock can, personally. That's really funny. That's really funny to think about. I'll have to use that in something. Demon powers. Sock doesn't have demon powers. He's just like a regular, he's a demon in name only right now, but he's like effectively just a ghost. And not a very good one. Not a very good ghost either. Make art of Sock struggling to carry Jonathan. Maybe. Okay, let's see. I don't know how to see, like, past sales. Let's see. Signing view. Shop builder. Manage events. Return label. I don't know how to show my orders. Manage events. Search by queue number. My orders, maybe. No, I don't have that. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't. Again, there's like one order. I don't know how to show the past like orders that I've just signed on the stream. Let's see, sales overview. I would think it would be in sales overview. Filter orders by product names, purchase date. Signed by me. Sign types not paid out. Incomplete. Let's see, complete. Oh, filter by complete. Okay. There is one that is not addressed to anyone. I could tell you the order number. But I don't know that I really have any info beyond that. I don't know if your friend could confirm the order number with you. It might have just been that they didn't fill out who to sign it to. There is one that I just signed that had no specific name on it. I could, if that is your order, I could like go back and just like put your name on it. Yeah, maybe you could find out the order number from them. Do you think, anyway, so how about that? How about just like ask your friend if they have the order number, and then I can like look back before I send these back to Streamily to ship out to you. If that is the order that your friend did, I can just like add your name to it, like message me. I can give you my email. Actually, it's pretty available. Like if you just want to email me or like message me on Discord or something. And there might be a way to message me on Streamily actually. I don't know that there is, but we could figure that out definitely. But yeah, otherwise, like, you know, you can always order a poster later that I don't sign on stream. Like I can still send you a signed poster that just you didn't actually virtually watch me sign. Okay, this is the last one, at least for now. Let me put it in signing view. Okay, this is order number 16. Okay. Oh, this person became an animator. Because of Welcome to Hell. That's so cool. Okay. This one I receive a little sock doodle. Pretty much all of these have a sock doodle. I think all of them. I will check and make sure everyone has a sock doodle. But yeah, if you want to order a poster later, like after you get some Christmas money or something, totally understandable. You can still order a signed poster that will be signed off stream. And again, like I might do more like streaming signings in the future. There's definitely going to be one, potentially definitely going to be one with the voice cast sometime next year, which will be pretty cool. That's why the poster has so much blank space on either side, so I could give people room to like write their names without like getting in the way of the design. Anyway. So yeah, cool. I think that was the last one. So now I can just like, well, let's see what time it is. And, oh, 1:11. Oh my gosh, I've been streaming for 2 hours, you guys. I've been streaming for 2 hours. I can just like go through the chat a little bit and check to see if I missed anything. But then I'll probably go in a little bit because I don't want to stream all day. 2 hours is a pretty good stream. You guys got a pretty good stream out of me. But let's see what I'm missing here. My friend is buying me it. See if there's anything I missed. Yeah, now I'm focused in on the chat. If there's something that I missed and you want me to see it, let me know. I feel like I have this this is gross, whatever, it's fine. Everyone said I had nice hair, but I'm like, I have this one little piece of bang that's just like, anyway. Okay, let's see. 22. OMG, hey babes. Demon powers. A sock picks up an object. Is it out of existence for a moment, or is it floating? I don't think sock can pick up an object, a random object. Although, I don't know, he can... Okay, I had this all laid out on my Tumblr at some point, and I don't remember. I had a whole set of rules. Like, I think he can, like, kind of incidentally interact with an object, because when he's, like, leaning on the desk in the first film, and he's, like... leaning over to see what Jonathan's doing, he flips the desk over. So I think it's possible for Sock to like incidentally kind of knock stuff. Oh, like if he's, I'm trying to remember. I'll have to look up my Tumblr post. But I had a whole set of rules at some point that I've since kind of forgotten. But like, if he's like, if he is interacting with an object or like he can sit on a surface. You know what I mean? He can like affect. But he can't like pick up a mug and like move it around or whatever. Like I think he can kind of like, incidentally is not the right word, but like he unintentionally flipped the desk over. He can still kind of a little bit, there's like limited interaction with objects. Like he can't like pick something up and move it around, and he can't like telekinesis an object around. I did think that, like, maybe as he gains more experience as a demon, like, once you have a certain number of, like, just sort of like brownie points, right? Like, once you've, like, had enough people off themselves or whatever, and you, like, go up the ranks or whatever, you gain more powers. So Sock's actually not going to gain a ton of powers. Although I do think that could be cool if, like, he finds like sort of like incidental ways to like gain more powers without like technically Jonathan having to die. Just like technicality is like, oh well, he completed this task, so now he has this power. Anyway, I sort of lost my train of thought. But no, he can't like pick up an object and like move it around, so it wouldn't appear floating or it wouldn't disappear. Again, he can kind of interact with objects, like as it's said in the first one, like, you know, like reading a journal or something like that. Like he can interact with Jonathan or Jonathan's possessions, but not just any object. And there's like kind of limitations on, you know, what that would entail. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think Sock can just like drive a car or something. But I'll need to work out exactly what the rules are. I had it at some point. It was on my Tumblr. I had like a whole set of like rules, and I don't remember because it wasn't like applicable to Welcome to Hell 2. So I just kind of like, I was like, oh, whatever. We're focusing on the like interaction with the individual and their immediate like objects that they own. So I'll need to refresh my memory on what my own rules are for that. But it was needlessly complicated, I can assure you of that. How's Callie's weather been treating you? Good. The cold weather finally started rolling in, as you said, which is nice. I can finally wear sweatshirts. Very excited about that. Answer us. What did I miss? Have you ever... I don't know what the Answer Us is about. About the kissing animation? Is that what that is? I did that. Yeah, I did animate that. That's like one of those secret like fandom things, I guess. It was just like a fun little thing I was doing after I graduated. I was just like still trying to figure out how to animate. I feel like it didn't really click to me how I was supposed to animate the characters until after I had made the first film. So I was still kind of just like, you know, doodling stuff and making little animations, and I did that one, yes. But I don't know, I guess it's like a rare, like, I don't know, it's like, I don't know, I don't understand why it has, I mean, I guess because it's them kissing, like, I guess that's the legendary status of it, is like, oh, it's a thing that, like, the creator made. But it's not like, I don't know, it's not like a secret or anything. I definitely like posted it. It's on my Tumblr or wherever I posted it first. Like, that is the origin of it. You could find it, you know. If I don't share the GIF a lot, it's because it's just old animation, and I don't like my old animation. Let's see. Oh, there's a video recording option as well. That's cool. So I could potentially do that if you want to order, I guess, a recording. Kind of like, what's that thing where you pay famous people to talk to you for 15 seconds? Not that I'm a famous person, but you know what I mean. Stuck in an art block. I'm glad it helped get you out of an art block. That's cool. Love that. I'd love to get a poster signed by the cast, essentially. That will happen sometime in February, I think. Hopefully. All of them said they were free in February, so I'm going to try and hold them to that. Let's see. Does John bleach his hair or does he dye it brown? I think traditionally... that haircut is bleached on top. It's brown hair that's bleached on top, but I always thought it would be really funny if Jonathan was blonde and dyed the bottom part brown. So that's my take on it. But then he has brown eyebrows, right? So I don't know. Either he also dyes his eyebrows, or he's Inuyasha-ing it, you know what I mean? He's got, like, the dark eyebrows and the light hair. I don't know. I mean, I think John could be, like, Inuyasha-ing it. Let's see. Yay, thank you for streaming this long. You are welcome. I'm gonna eat lunch when I'm done with this. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for lunch. Oh, is the kissing animation canon? It was just like an exercise. Like, I don't know, I guess it depends on how you define canon. Like, it's almost like, I think as, like, it doesn't occur anywhere specifically on a timeline that I've, like, pictured in the overall story of Welcome to Hell. I think when you've created characters and, like, a story, sometimes you kind of just draw almost like fan art of your own characters, if that makes sense. Like... And I've done a lot of that, like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's just, like, Sock in, like, a cool demon-y form or whatever. And it's like, maybe he becomes a demon at some point. I don't know. I haven't really figured out exactly how I would work that in or where it would fit. But it's just sort of, like, kind of coming up with ideas, you know? So, you know, I mean, I guess define canon. If you're asking for confirmation that I drew it, yes. If you're asking if it, like, occurs somewhere on a timeline, no. It was just, like, a fun exercise that I did. It was just kind of fan art, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know, like, anyone else who's, like, created characters or you know, told some sort of narrative, maybe, like, chime in if you do, like, fan art of your own stuff. It's just sort of, like, exercising and sketching and stuff. Figuring out maybe what something might, it's all studies, I guess. It's not like a canon thing that happens specifically somewhere in the timeline. It's just a thing I drew. When is Sock's birthday? I don't know. People have asked me that before, like, what are the characters' signs and what is their, like, Myers-Briggs types, and I'm like, I don't know. You guys tell me. Like, I haven't thought about that. Oh, who would fall first? Are we talking about, like, falling in love, or, like, falling in this scenario where Sock is holding Jonathan? Like, I guess you're meaning in love. You think it would be, or people think it would be Sock, but you think it would be Jonathan. I don't know. I like both of them. I think Sock is interested in Jonathan, and I think it's like Jonathan is grappling with something, but I don't know who's first necessarily. I'm very concerned when is Sock's birthday. I don't know. You pick a good birthday for him. Okay, let's see. Hi from Chile, excuse me. What's the boy's zodiac? I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about, like, zodiac. Like, the only zodiacs I really know are, like, the people that I know. Like, I don't know all of them, like what all the, you know what I mean? Like, I know what it's like to be a Libra because I'm a Libra, and I know a couple Arieses, so, like, I know what that's like, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know all of them, so I feel like I couldn't really pick, like, someone who's more into astrology would have to tell me what they think the characters are. Watching Erica sweat, trying to answer the question, yeah. Okay. Bye, Liz. Thank you for hanging out, and thank you for your service to the fandom. Yeah. I'm gonna get out of here soon, too. It's been like 2 hours. Have you planned any other characters that you haven't shown? A friend has the same question. There's some characters that I've, like, posted on Tumblr and stuff before. There's a girl named Lil, and she has, like, a guardian angel that watches over her named Jojo. And there is, of course, God. Her name is Providence. Those are characters that haven't appeared yet in the actual thing, but I don't, like, bring them up a lot because, like, to people who aren't familiar with them, it's like, who are you talking about? You know what I mean? Is there more episodes that I haven't seen? And you have to answer all these follow-up questions. So, like, within, like, the deep fandom of Welcome to Hell, you can kind of, like, mention those characters and people will know what you're talking about. But, you know, like, for the average Welcome to Hell enjoyer, like, I don't talk about them much because they're not presently in the thing. Let's see. Oh, this might be spoiler territory, but was I supposed to know who Shadow Jonathan is at the end of 2? That's probably implied somewhere, but I didn't catch it. This is a thing that I've seen people say, like, where he's like, do you need me to spell it out for you? And, like, I've seen people be like, yes! Who is he? Like, I just, like, no, there wasn't anything, like, earlier that you were supposed to catch. He's just going to be present in part 2 of it. I just kind of thought, like, anytime you see a sort of shadow version of a character, it's sort of like seems like they're confronting something about themselves, and so I didn't want to, like, directly spell that out. So I just kind of had him be like, come on, like, we're doing one of these. But I don't know if that joke didn't, like, land. That is totally okay. Sometimes a joke doesn't land. I think in a very early version of it, I wasn't going to have Shadow Jonathan, like, speak. He was just going to, like, have some weird, distorted, like, warped, like, what's the, like, backwards speaking that they do in, like, Twin Peaks, or, what's Twin Peaks? Not Twin Peaks, what the fuck? some show they do the like creepy backwards speaking. I was gonna have it be something like that and have there be like subtitles. So initially the line like, "Do you need me to spell it out for you?" was kind of like a nod to that there's going to be like subtitles on the screen. I just kept the line because like I think it still kind of works as just like a turn of phrase that people say. But yeah, no, you're not missing anything. He wasn't like hinted at earlier. It's just like what was hinted at earlier is that Mephistopheles is like reconfiguring hell so that it's like a personal hell system, so that everyone is sort of being tormented by whatever their personal fears and everything would be, catered to them, rather than just a generic fire and brimstone hell. He's like renovating it. So the idea is that like Jonathan is stuck in this prototype of his own fears hell. So that is that. Pick up. Okay, Rocket Gal knows what I'm talking about. You know the thing. Rocket Gal in the chat, by the way, is the one who did all of the backgrounds and prop design for Welcome to Hell. So, also salute you for your service. John is giving Capricorn. Okay. John is Leo, Sock Aquarius. Okay, you guys are gonna have to you're gonna have to make the case for me. I believe you, but I don't know. Let's see. What are their sexualities? They don't have canon sexualities. I think I said on Tumblr at some point that Sock is like at the very least bi. I don't know why I phrased it like that. Like there's like tiers of how gay you can be. I don't know. He might be like pan. He might be like, I don't know. You know what I mean? He's like at the very least not heterosexual. Not exclusively anyway. I don't know about Jonathan. That's just sort of up in the air. It's up for people to decide, I guess. I feel like the chat went like way back, or maybe someone just asked a question twice. Do you know what Homestuck is? I know about Homestuck, and I'm not original Tumblr-esque. I was not on the ground floor of Tumblr. I was early enough. I waited a little bit before getting onto Tumblr. I do know about Homestuck. I did not read it. I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that everyone's like, oh, you just have to get past this huge chunk of it before it gets good. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't. Like, if I wasn't already following it, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit there and get past a huge chunk of it before it gets to the trolls or whatever. Like, I'm sorry. I tried. I couldn't do it. I think the concept is really cool. Like, I think the way it was structured was really interesting. I probably read all of Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff for whatever that's worth. Like, I thought that was funny. I was just like, okay, this is pretty good. So, like, I'm, like, familiar with some, like, Homestuck adjacent things, but I'm not a ham steak. Sock, honey, your closet is made of glass. Let's see. If Sock was carrying John and someone... Again, you're operating on the assumption that Sock can lift Jonathan, and I don't believe he can. But if he could, would it just look like John was floating, or would Jonathan be in Sock's demonic realm and invisible with him? I guess it would just look like Jonathan is floating. But I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't think Sock will ever be able to lift Jonathan. Again, because of the twinkitude. Did you ever watch Becky Prim? Yes, I love Becky Prim. I thought that was great. Maybe I could just do something like that from here on out of Welcome to Hell. Let's see. Get a photo poster, but I'm here. That is totally cool. Wait, who's the BG prop artist? In chat, it's Rocket Gal. I hope that's cool that I just like called you out in chat. If it's not, then like, never mind. It's not Rocket Gal. That's not who it was. Anyway, let's see. Your own personal hell. Sock Leo and Jonathan Aquarius. I'll have to look into those. I don't think I know any Leos or Aquariuses. I might know a Leo, but I don't know. I have to look into him. I was an old school DeviantArt. Yeah, the Bloodlass, I think your username is familiar to me, so... Is your username familiar to me because of DeviantArt or because of Tumblr? Yeah, there's some people. That's fine. We can be old school DeviantArt sinners together. It's interesting being on the internet since you were like a teenager or whatever. You kind of have to like... I'm really glad that I wasn't on the internet any like earlier than that. Like I have no idea how... It's like so much rougher, I think, for kids now. They're just on there at such a young age. And I was always I was cringe in the way that like, that teenagers are, but I don't think I posted anything like particularly, I was always very careful to not be a giant douchebag to people online because I didn't like, I don't know. It's like you don't want that to ever come back around. I think my etiquette was pretty okay. I was just kind of like a cringy, like XD glumps you kind of teenager. Like I don't hope I've done anything too bad. Let's see. Anything else? I use that name on Tumblr, Patreon, different name on DeviantArt. Oh, okay. Would I know your name on DeviantArt? Is it possible? I recognize a lot of usernames. I actually, there was a signing that Rebecca Sugar did for her album that she released at like Nucleus, and a friend was really cool and got me the album, and I went to the signing, and the way that you do when you're a fan of someone and you kind of just want to be like, oh my god, I've like loved your stuff for a really long time. I like really stupidly told her like, oh my god, I've followed you since DeviantArt, and she was like, oh god, I'm sorry. And I was like, no, it's like cool. Or I might not have said, I don't remember what I said, or she said something like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what you've seen or something. Anyway, but it's like you're never sure. Like part of you wants to be like, hey, like I've really liked your stuff for a really long time, here's the proof. And then another part of you wants to be like, don't worry, I'm not attacking you right now. Like but anyway, like, so yeah, that's fine. Like I was big on I miss DeviantArt. I know it's still around, but like I miss the community that there was. I miss that style of social media website. It's like dedicated to one specific thing. You click on the thing, you read the comments. Like it's very... Social media sites now are basically microblogging, and I think we want to leave big comments and get really involved in people's things. That's why they had to expand the like character limit on Twitter or whatever, like I think we naturally want to engage with each other and like have these communities and stuff. But anyway, like I know DeviantArt's still around and it's gotten supposedly worse, so I haven't like gone back or anything. But and also I just don't know that I really have the time to like sit down and check a website and read all the little comments and stuff. But I do miss that. I miss when I had the time to be on an art-focused website and interact with other people who were there because they like your art, that was like a very special time in my life, and I'm like, that's okay. I'm okay with that. I was a cringy teenager back then. Let's see. See what I missed. I'll be getting a meth plush ever. Maybe if the sock plush does well, then like there's potential. The way that those like U2s and Makeshift works, as I understand it, is they only make a plushie once. So if you want to make another plushie with them, it either has to be a variant, like an alternate outfit, or a different character. And my thought would be to do like a different character, like do Jonathan or do Mephistopheles or whatever. But yeah, so I mean, like, there's like potential for that, but I think you kind of have to, the first one has to do well enough. Yeah, let's see. Does Jonathan have main bullies? There's kind of a, there's like a jock character in the bathroom in the first one, that I was kind of planning on that guy maybe being like a bully type character, and doing something with that, but I don't know. I don't think, I think my sort of idea was like if Sock is like interacting with Jonathan enough in school and like making it look like he's crazy, you know what I mean? Like, oh, he's like, oh, that's that weird kid that's like talking to no one or like flinging his arms around or you know what I mean? Like that people would, he is gonna gain some sort of, you know, whether that's bullies or just like everyone ostracizes him and thinks he's weird, like, you know, he will definitely acquire that, I think, the more he spends time with Sock. But let's see, I'm an old school Tumblrina, but I was on DA and LiveJournal too. Oh man, LiveJournal, I should have been on there. That was a real blind spot for me. I wasn't on there. This is about, let's see, Jonathan doesn't feel like a Leo, but Leos are the definition of charismatic. Oh, really? I don't think Jonathan is charismatic. Aquariuses are notoriously chaotic, introverts and loners. And Sock is definitely not. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to, like, look into those. Debbie and John's mother-son relationship seems pretty healthy, or is that an illusion? I think it's pretty healthy. Like, she's not around a lot, which is why he's, like, shocked when he runs out of his room and she's there. But they don't have, like, a bad relationship. Like, I think they have an okay relationship with each other. They're just, like, not... They don't interact with each other much. Jonathan is often alone. But he has an okay relationship with his mom. Like, they like each other, you know? I want that to be something that, like, Sokka's maybe a little, like, envious of. Like, oh, yeah, right, my family. Also, jump scare. Wasn't expecting you to actually perceive me. New Patreon stuff to look for. I don't have anything going up on Patreon right now because, again, I've been, like, trying to sort through working... I can upload the designs that I've been working on for merch. I could do that and have those just be, like, Patreon exclusives for now. But, like, right now I'm just going through part 2 and trying to sort through what still needs to be done and how to do that. I could actually... I mean, maybe I'll put my Patreon on hold, actually, since I'm not posting stuff. I tend to do that when I have, like, a job, like, in the industry. I'll put my Patreon on hold so it's not charging people, but I actually don't think I've done that since I posted Welcome to Hell. So maybe I'll do that. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I mean, I am still working on Welcome to Hell. I just don't have, like, Welcome to Hell stuff to post yet. I could do the designs. I could do there's some music stuff that I was working on that could probably go up. I can find some stuff to post for sure, but maybe I should just, like, pause it so you guys aren't, you know. Also, like, I mean, if you're ever, like, feel like the Patreon is not, like, giving, as it were, like, you can just, like, cancel your thing for, like, however long, yeah, like, until I start, like, posting more stuff. Like, that's totally fine. I don't expect anyone to, like, you know, I only have a $1 and a $5 tier because I don't, you know, I don't know. I don't post a whole lot of stuff and I don't want it to be not worth it to people. But, like, if you ever want to, like, if you need to back out, like, that's totally fine. I understand that. Like, I've had to, like, unsubscribe from people's Patreons before. Like, it happens. So I apologize, like, if there's, like, not enough, like, coming out, and that's, like, a, you know, feel free, I won't be offended. let's see. Reign of Dragon was your DA. Okay, maybe not. I do recognize the Bloodlass, though. I recognize that username. So, oh, okay. I asked this earlier. Did any series or any animation inspire you for Welcome to Hell? I mean, I have like a lot of inspirations, I guess. They're all kind of varied. There's not like one particular series, but like I would say my three main ones is like anime. I mean, I think that's like just being, I know anime is like pretty like common now for people to like it, like, but when I was a teenager, it was like a thing that like weirdos, like just weird geeky kids liked, like weird nerds were into anime. It wasn't like as mainstream, and being sort of on like the, I don't want to say the forefront, because like there was definitely like anime being like dubbed and localized or whatever, like in the 70s and 80s and so on. There are some like elder weebs, you know what I mean? I'm not, you know, I'm like a step or two underneath that. But like definitely growing up in a time where it felt like, oh my God, like I got my hands on some anime, like I can, you know, and it took a while to travel too. Like I had like a cousin that lived in Texas, and like I knew some people like on the coast, and it's like, oh, they have anime shops and stuff. Like I lived in Missouri, like I lived in the middle of America. So it's like, it takes a while to kind of, if you're a bigger city on the coast, excuse me, it takes a second. I'm going to have another sneeze. Nope. It went away. It kind of takes a moment for it to travel. And I remember like growing up feeling really like, wow, anime, like it's kind of this, it's really aimed at, a lot of it is really aimed at young adults. You know, there's more, Japan has like a whole, it's not just there's South Park and there's Sesame Street. There's like this whole in between of like young adult stuff and different demographics, you know, like they treat animation as not as a genre, but as like, you know, it's got a bunch of genres within it. It's like the medium, not necessarily the genre. And so, and that's like, that's really cool. Like, again, growing up in a time where there was South Park or Sesame Street, and then like anime happens, and you're just like, oh wow, there's like a cartoon that teenagers can like, or 20 somethings or whatever. Like it's a little adult, but not like too adult, you know? And so anyway, so that was a big influence, obviously. There's a real, you know, that's a whole genre now, and there's a demand for it, but like that kind of thing was really inspirational to me. The Simpsons was a big inspiration. That was the cartoon that I watched the most when I was younger. Again, just sort of like, that's another example, in my opinion, of something that's like kind of for kids, but also kind of for adults. I don't think like it's very like, I don't know that the humor of Welcome to Hell, I mean, I don't know, there's like a little bit of darkness to that show as well, and maybe there's like a little bit of that in Welcome to Hell. I think my like animation timing is kind of like comes from The Simpsons a little bit. I could totally be wrong about that, like, but I don't know, that was a show that just like really left an imprint on me because I watched it all the time. And then like old Disney movies, like honestly, just like the sort of like, it's strong character acting, like that's what I'm really drawn to. And that's, you know, and especially those like older Disney movies from like the like 70s and stuff, when they were like just Xeroxing the drawings rather than cleaning and coloring them. Like I like that's super cool. Like that whole era is just like, oh wow, you can really see like the hand that went into it. And obviously like those guys are like hella talented or whatever. And I was just like some kid trying animation for the first time. But I do think there's something intriguing about seeing the hand of the artist in the thing. It makes it kind of seem approachable. It makes you realize like, oh, people made this, you know, like it's imperfect or unfinished, or it's a little rough around the edges, you know. I like that kind of thing. Sorry, that was a really long answer. Oh my god, let me see. Okay. Let me see what questions. I'm coming up on like 3 hours in a little bit here, so I'm probably gonna stop after that. DA cringe, Tumblr cringe, cosplayer, something. DA sucks now. True. Showing myself to people who wanted to see it and not having to show everything to everyone and get yelled at. Yeah. Rocket Gal. Agreed. Yeah, I think that's the, yeah. You hit the nail on the head. It's like Twitter or Tumblr is like posting your stuff into a void. DeviantArt was like, oh, this is just the people I want to see. Who like my stuff. Let's see. Can Sock age physically? I haven't decided that yet. I don't like the idea of him being stuck at the age that he is, because that's really sad. It's really sad to think about, like, if Jonathan and Sock are just like friends, or they like hang out or whatever for the rest of the foreseeable future, and Jonathan like starts getting older, like, and Sock doesn't, like, I kind of hate that. But I don't know. I haven't decided how that's gonna work exactly. I guess he can just age. I guess maybe they can just still age as like demons, but then like, what happens? Like, is there a natural death that demons have, or do they live forever? Like, I guess the easy thing would just be demons age the same as humans, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh, if there's a high demand, Makeshift will redo them. That's good to know. Yeah, okay, you guys are mentioning Zach, the character that I mentioned in the bathroom that Jonathan interacts with in the first film, or that kind of looks at him funny. Like, that guy's name is technically Zach. A friend of mine named him. Yeah, so he's the potential, like, bully character that I was talking about that might show up later. Slightly more serious question. What advice you have to someone else wanting to get into the indie animation world? Just do it. Like, you're probably not going to make a lot of money doing it, and you might not get the sort of, if you're trying to get a following, like, maybe don't expect that. If you have the drive in you to make the thing, I think it's worth it to just make it and post it and see where that goes. But I would just do it. Like, whatever you think you're capable of doing, like, why not, you know? Maybe it's something you do on the side or as a hobby if it's not something that you can, like, support yourself doing, but, like, I don't really know advice-wise, because, like, the indie animation world... Oh, well, it's not new. I mean, there's been indie animation, like, forever. But, like, the current version of indie animation where it's, like, posting stuff online and, you know, kind of trying to... I mean, I guess back in the day, you'd, like, try and get a grant, like, or something to make a film or whatever, you know? You know... Crowdfunding is interesting. I don't think that's sustainable, to be perfectly honest. I don't think all of indie animation and its supporters can just keep Venmoing each other the same $20 to, like, support everyone's Kickstarter until stuff gets made. Like, I don't think that's, like, sustainable. But I do think if you can make stuff and put it out there in the world, like, if you have the drive to do that, you should do it. Like, it's not going to hurt anything. But it's still kind of too early to say. Like, so far everyone's, like, success stories have been kind of different. Everyone's methods have been kind of different. You know, it's And that's true of the industry too. If you talk to any single person in the industry and how they got there, they all have like a different story, you know, so, but it certainly can't hurt anything to try. Let's see, I already have a freelance job, so I have experience in animation. That's good. Yeah, experience definitely helps to be able to make a thing yourself. Excuse me. And kind of know, like, what you are capable of. And how long it takes you to do something. Where's Jonathan's father? He's not there. In a really early draft, when I was like kind of hashing out the details of it with my friends Neil and Michael, Neil was kind of pitching this idea of like Jonathan's dad and how they have this strange relationship and stuff. And I was sort of like yes-anding them about it a little bit, like, oh, that could be interesting, but it was too much. It's like too much to put in the short that's not really about Jonathan's dad, you know, so I just kind of dropped it. But his dad is not around. It's just his mom. It's easier to just write one parent. I know that's like kind of cheating. I got rid of Sock's parents, so I don't have to do any, you know, it's just like, cool, only one. I'm sorry. I'm lazy. I'm not a writer. I'm not a good writer. My girlfriend is a writer, and I read her plays and her, you know, everything that she works on, and she can write a piece with like 6 characters in it, and each one of them is like fleshed out and has like a family and parents, and I can follow who's who, and I'm like, I don't know how she does it. Like, I'm just like, Jonathan has a mom. That's it. No more parents. We have hit the parent quota. They're not orphans. There is a mom, and that is it. When did you start to gain voice actors, or where do you start to gain voice actors for animation? Okay, so there's a ton of people on YouTube that do, that are also like voice actors trying to get started doing voice acting. There's a ton of people, and a lot of them will just reach out to you. I have so many people that have reached out to me, and I'm just like, cool, I'll put you in the Rolodex, because I didn't need any voices at the time. But like, there's so many people who just type in like voice acting demo reel or whatever, and you can find a ton of talented people who are also just starting to get started and who could use the experience. You know what I mean? Like, you can, when you're in college or when you're just starting out, like, I mean, obviously you want to pay people for their time, but to some degree you can kind of just do favors for each other because it's mutually beneficial. So that's something you could take advantage of. You can pay them a little bit, you know what I mean? That's something you can work out on a, you know, case by case basis. But for me, the voice actors in Welcome to Hell are people that I know. For the first film, I like asked my friends, you know, the people that I went to school with. Actually, Neil offered to me to do Mephisto. Like, he approached me, or excuse me, they approached me and were like, can I do the voice of the devil? And like, just started doing it. Like, what if it was like this? And I was like, that's awesome. Yeah. Like, so I, like, people who are excited about working on, your thing, like, which is going to be your friends, you know, if you can like harness that, like, do it. What I will say, the kind of interesting thing about casting people who aren't professional voice actors is a lot of times the best lines will kind of come from like, and I've heard other people say this who have also worked with like not professional voice actors. A lot of times they'll just say something like offhand in between a read that's like really funny, and you're like, oh, I'm going to use that as the line instead. Or like, you know, trying to get someone to laugh who isn't like a trained actor and can't like do a convincing laugh. You kind of just like have to like make sure you're having fun with them in between takes and making them laugh, so you can get a couple like natural laughs on the track and then just like use that. You know, like maybe they're trying to do a laugh and it comes out really forced and weird, but then they laugh about how bad it sounded, and like that's the laugh you use, you know. So there's a way to, there's a kind of charm to that, I think. it's like naturalistic voice acting or whatever. The line in the first film where Sock says, I'm a demon and I'm here to haunt you. Wait, that was terrible. The wait, that was terrible was not part of the script. That was just her like saying, wait, that was terrible. And I was like, that's so good. That's so funny. That's so funnier than like just I'm a demon and I'm here to haunt you. Like just having Sock be like self-conscious about it was just such a funnier line than anything I could have written. And so like sometimes you'll have these little gems like that you can just use. But yeah, in the case of Caitlin doing Sock for the second one, like she is a professional voice actor who I just happen to be friends with. So I kind of lucked out there, I guess. Did you ever watch anything by Clamp? Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. Wolf's Rain? Okay, hold on. Someone asked about Wolf's Rain. I have not watched Wolf's Rain. I've been meaning to. I've kind of been told that it's not. The impression that I get from people is it's like actually not very good, but it's a vibe. I had a friend who said, like, if you go into it just like thinking about like how like, yeah, you're just hanging out with your homies and you're all wolves, it's pretty good. Like, I should check it out because I am kind of a wolfaboo. So, and as for Clamp, yeah, I like Cardcaptor Sakura was probably like the first anime that I was into that wasn't Pokemon. I didn't watch all of it, but that was like, you know, that was pretty big for me. I've read a lot of Clamp manga. God, I don't know. I've read a lot of them. Cardcaptor Sakura. I've read some of Tsubasa. I've read all of Chobits. I know I've read other ones of theirs. I just can't think of what right now. I've read / watched a little bit of Holic. Like my girlfriend was really into Holic. So, yeah, Clamp is fun. Clamp is a lot of fun. They're interesting. Let's see. Does Jonathan have siblings? No. Although everyone is saying yes because I confirmed on a stream one time that the fan character they came up with is canon real. So, but like I don't have plans for Jonathan to have a sibling yet. I don't know. I mean, whatever. There's still time. Thanks so much for the stream. Comfy atmosphere. We'll buy a poster next time. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna try and like wrap this up soon, but I want to answer your guys' little questions. Oh wow, I scrolled backwards. Wow, I'm so dumb. Flip a clip, Procreate, something. It keeps like updating and moving the chat, so I'm like not sure where I'm at. I like John just having a mom. Cool, good. That's all he's ever gonna have. Used to make. Did you watch Holic? I've watched a little bit of Holic again because my girlfriend, that was her favorite one. That was her big one. And she's like kind of embarrassed of it, but like I'm like, no, let's watch it all sometime. Like I'm down. Like I fuck with Clamp. This sounds like a stupid question, but was Meph a fallen angel and friends with Providence? Yeah. This is also like something I'd have to like dig into like further in the series, but you can find some of this on my Tumblr too, but like Mephistopheles was like a second class, like there's like an original class of like angels that was created, and then and they're only like capable of feeling good things, positive things, like they don't have a whole scope of like negative feelings and emotions and stuff. And Providence was like, actually that was a bad idea, I'm gonna create another kind of angel that like has the full range of like emotions that I have. I'm not going to create a whole bunch of them in case it goes wrong. I'll just make one, and that's Mephistopheles. And Mephistopheles in that way is sort of the prototype for humanity. So you know, they were kind of like a team and like collaborating and sort of creating stuff together. in a partnership. And, yeah. And then like when she was sort of working out the details of humanity, I think he got really like jealous of them. He wasn't like the special boy anymore. So they had a big breakup about it. But that's kind of the background of Mephistopheles without going like too deep into it. That's what I've been thinking of. Okay, the Welcome to Hell fandom has been comfy and like a personal small family, and it's wonderful. I'm very glad that that's the vibes. Watched Wolf's Rain as a teen. Okay. And not sure as an adult. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I should have watched it when I was a teenager, but I didn't. What do you mean by signing? Oh, I don't know if you just came into the stream, but this is like it's a thing for Streamily where like I'm signing posters, I'm signing prints for people, and yeah, you can order a poster on my Streamily shop. There's a link in the description, or it's just like streamily.com/Erica Wester. I don't have to sign it on stream. You can just like order a signed poster and they can mail it to you. But this was a signing event where I'm streaming and signing them. But I'm done signing because the orders are done. I just thought I'd like answer some of your guys' questions. It's been 3 hours though, so I'm gonna bail pretty soon, just so you guys know. Look, it's great. Epic divorce, lore breakdown. So feral about Bromelies. I love the way your house is, Erica. It looks cozy and warm. Thank you. I tried. I was saying this earlier, my living room looks pretty nice right now. So I'm like, look at my cozy living room. I just got this rug on Facebook Marketplace a couple days ago. I drove 2 hours, but it was a really good deal. Anyway, and then my kitchen is a mess, so that's why the window's open and it's just like a blast of heavenly light, so you can't see the squalor that I truly live in. Anyway. You might just want to do more Q&A sessions in the near future. There's so many questions. Yeah, I know, I should. I was doing that for a while, and I was doing that on Tumblr initially. I like to talk, can you tell? And I was doing streams for a while, but it, I don't know, I would get in my own head about it, and I was like, I can't stream, I don't want to be on all the time. Like, it's hard for me to talk and work at the same time, so that's kind of why I was like, okay, well, if I ever want to get Welcome to Hell done, I just have to, or I can't stream it, or else I'll be talking to people. But yeah, I could do, like, I have a Twitch, if you guys want to follow me on there. Maybe I should do them on YouTube. I don't know. I could just do maybe I do like a weekly, I've been threatening to do that for years. What if I did like a weekly streaming thing where I just we just hang out and drink coffee and I answer questions, or to bi-weekly. I could do it twice, or every 2 weeks or something more manageable. I just I don't know. I just chicken out all the time. So maybe I'll get into that if it's something people would actually be interested in. Anyway. Where online are you most active? I actually haven't been super active lately. I'm on Blue Sky now. I made the jump. I'm trying to be more active on Tumblr because I feel like that's where a lot of Welcome to Hell fans are and where they always have been. There's kind of a hub on Tumblr for it. So I've always, wanted to interact, it's easy to interact with people there because that's where people are posting about Welcome to Hell stuff. I'm on Instagram too. I keep trying to get better about posting on Instagram, but I just don't post there very often. I want to. I feel like that could be a replacement for DeviantArt if I posted art more regularly, but what happens is I log in and then I'm scrolling and then I'm it's showing me stuff that these people I don't even follow, but I'm like, wow, this person's making some pottery on a wheel, and I'm just watching that, and I'm it's hard I log into social media and then I just start scrolling, and I'm like, right, no, I came on here to post something. What was I going to post? And I just, anyway, it's just kind of it's a little bit of a time suck, so I've been trying to avoid it. But yeah, I'm on Blue Sky, I'm on Tumblr, kind of. I'm technically on Twitter still. I logged in to post about this there. I was more active on Twitter for a while because that was like where all of the networking and animation was happening, which is ultimately why I like jumped to Blue Sky, because I do think it's still a good like networking tool. Animators don't network on like LinkedIn or whatever. We like largely, at least in LA, the industry like mostly did networking on Twitter. So like that's kind of where I was for a while. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to try and be more active on like sorry, my bangs are really bugging me. I can like just see it in the video. I don't like it. Yeah, I don't know. I'll try and be more active, but what to watch after this stream finishes, but also gives the same vibe. I don't know. I don't stream. I don't watch a lot of streamers. But I can name drop some friends of mine who are streamers. My buddy Kaylin, who did the voice of Shadow Jonathan, is I don't know how often he streams, but he does stream sometimes, working on his indie project called Punk Ass Pirate Donkey. Jazzlight. Kaylin Whitfield is his name. I don't know if I can like share a link in the thing, but can I can put you could follow him and see whenever he cool, I can type. Okay, Jazzlight. I'm just gonna type his username. I don't know how to can I I'll put that on Twitch. He streams sometimes. There we go, that's an actual link. He's a cool dude that's super chill, and does animation streams. I don't know who's been streaming lately. Another friend of mine. Oh, Melanie? I could do Melanie. Melanie streams video games, I believe, but that's another friend of mine who streams and is chill. I hope they're both okay with potentially other people coming into their thing. Link the VAs. Yeah, I actually have links to the VAs stuff on the YouTube video. Let me find it. I tried to get like where everyone is most active. Welcome to Hell 2 Part 2. Let me see. All of the people I know have like streamed a little bit at various points, but I'm just like trying to think of people who might do it more frequently. I don't know. Maybe I should pop into Discord and ask. Sorry, what was I looking up? Oh, all the voice actor stuff. Okay, yeah. They're in the credits of Welcome to Hell 2 Part 1. I'll go ahead and post that. Here are their links to where I think they're most active, I guess. Let me see. Again, none of these people are like... Oh, sorry, it's like not spaced correctly. Hopefully you can read that. Sorry. But yeah, those are the voice actors. I didn't link to Jonathan's voice actors' social media presence because I don't think they're really public about that. They have one, but I don't think they want to be asked about voice acting stuff, so I have not linked to that. Yeah, oh no, voicing your own characters, that's a great option. I always thought that would be really fun to do, but I hate the sound of my own voice, so like if I was doing a voice maybe I could do it, but I don't know. Oh, Neil's Twitter is deleted? What did I link? Did I link to something else? Really? Oh, you know what it is? Sorry, it just spaced the wrong way. Let me try this again. It's it's just like taking some of their, it's like, oh, it had Kaylin attached to the, it's not working. Do you see what I'm saying? Like the name is kind of, sorry, I'll try and copy. Oh my god, I just keep hitting enter and not trying to edit it. Do you see what it's doing? It's like taking the first part of Kaylin's name and putting it, there's like not a space between it. Do you see what it's like, a formatting issue? There, that is Neil. That is Neil's twiddle. This is Kaylin's twiddle. And then I think Caitlin's showed up okay. Oh, hopefully that works. Oh, Ping is here too. Hi, Ping. Another welcome to hell echelon of elder members. I was just about to end the stream, actually. 'Cause it's going for a little over 3 hours now. And I have signed all 16 orders. But anyway, yeah, that's the... You were gonna be here 3 hours ago, but that's so crazy though that I'm like still going and you still got to like hop into the stream. If you want to, I'll just show you what like the autographs looked like. Oh god, there's like a big shadow in the way now. The lighting has changed. But anyway, I'm drawing these little socks for people. That's what it looked like. So, and in case anyone missed it. Yeah, okay, well, I'm going to end the stream because I'm sick of all of you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to end this. This has been awesome. You guys have been, like, super dope and cool. Thank you for hanging out with me and being very patient while I answer all of your questions and ramble way too long and continue to do so. I hope you guys like the autographs. You can still purchase them even if I'm not streaming. And there will be one later on, hopefully in sometime in February, with all of the cast. Yeah, so that's basically it. Thank you for tuning in. Maybe I'll do some more just chat streams at some point in the future. Yeah. Oh, fun fact about Sock. Sorry, I saw that a couple times. A fun fact about Sock. Gosh, you're trying to trick me into staying here longer. A fun fact about Sock. I don't know if I have any fun like canon facts about Sock, but Sock is a character that initially, it has been with me long enough that their name wasn't originally Sock. It was Saku or Sakuryu, I think. Like a friend of mine, I posted a drawing of him on DeviantArt way back in the day, and I was taking name suggestions, and of course, because we were all weebs back then, a friend of mine was like, "What about Sakuryu?" And I was like, "Cool, that sounds good." Anyway, got shortened to Sock. Saku and then Sock. So, and then just Sock. So, yeah, okay, that's a fun fact. Let's do this more, please. All right, we'll do. Bye, everyone. I'm gonna end it. So, yeah, thank you for coming by. I'll see you another time.